that one off in the first or second inning today.
Yeah, I know Jim really well. I would love for him to keep the record, but I'd love for him to keep the record for about 15 minutes because if Brody doesn't break it, then something bad has happened, and so rather just go ahead and have Brody break it. And Jim is great. He'll tell you that the game's different. Jim got the ball a little bit on a more regular schedule than Brody gets it here, and the game's evolved, but Brody's pretty special.
And like you alluded to, this will be a really fun matchup because you've got Illinois' high-powered offense with a lot of power in it, and that's just a collision course for Brody to challenge.
Yeah, we saw that in the back half of the game yesterday. I mean, when you make good pitches, you can still get them out. It's not oh my gosh, Iowa can't get them out, so it's going to have to be an outscore them type of deal. It's you make good pitches, you can do it. You have to stay out of the middle of the plate. If you get behind and just kind of give them a ball over the middle of the plate, every guy 1 through 9 can do damage.
Illinois 29-16, Iowa 28-19. Let's give you the starting lineups. We'll go for the Iowa Hawkeyes first. They will bat first in today's game. Andy Nelson, Raider Tello, and Davis Kopp will be the first three batters to the plate. Reese Moore, the DH, Gable Mitchell, the second baseman, and Michael Seegers, the middle of the order for Iowa today. And then 7, 8, 9, Will Mulfler in left, Ben Wilmas in right, Cade Moss is the catcher. It's the same thing for Illinois defensively as they're about to take the field before the national anthem today. Jacob Schroeder will catch, and Camden Janik will be the DH for the Illini today. We'll get you their batting order when they come to the plate in the bottom of the first. But the starting pitcher for Illinois today is Jake Schwartz, a right-hander. He's made a few starts this season for Illinois.
Yeah, maybe a little bit of a surprise starter, but Jake just made 13 appearances, 8 starts. He's 2-2 with a save, 7.15 ERA. Just 39 innings, 50 hits, 35 runs, 31 earned, 17 walks, 34 strikeouts. Another one of those guys, though, 23 extra base hits out of the 50 hits allowed, so you can do some real damage. The team's hit .318 against him. Fastball is going to be right around 90, maybe a little bit plus. He'll throw a big loopy curveball, a spinny slider, and then he'll throw a changeup to left-handers as well. So a lot of different action. Nothing Iowa hasn't seen, and they're going to need to make sure they get him in the plate.
Opportunity for the offense today.
Well, again, and it's the same thing that happened yesterday. You saw good at-bats, and then maybe you saw one or two that weren't good, or you saw the first half of the at-bat be really good, and then you let the pitcher off the hook, and that'll have to be better today.
Yeah. String a full 9 together against Illinois. All right, we'll step aside for today's national anthem. We're back right after this. This is Hawkeye Baseball from Learfield.
Hi, I'm Gary Dolphin, and if you want your home to be exceptionally comfortable during these cold Iowa winters and hot, humid summers, you need to turn to Dave Lennox and your local Lennox home comfort specialist. Lennox has been serving Iowa consumers since 1895, when Dave Lennox built his first furnace in Marshalltown, and Lennox is still building its high-efficiency furnaces and air conditioners there today. For the best home comfort system you can buy, it's Lennox and your local Lennox dealer. Lennox and the Hawkeyes. Now there's a winning combination.
Welcome back to the Nitrogen Stabilizers Draft.
Optonite technology, first pick, just like the last 46 years.
That's what we love about this sport. We just don't know.
We know. It keeps nitrogen in the corn's root zone for 8 weeks. Compare with 2 weeks for others.
With the first pick, farmers select
Optonite technology from Corteva Agriscience. That's it. I'm going for a pretzel.
The pick is in. Optonite technology from Corteva Agriscience with Inserve and Instinct Next-Gen Nitrogen Stabilizers.
All right, the national anthem is complete at Illinois Field. We're set for the second game of the series. Illinois took the opener 10-5 last night. Illinois jumped out to a 5-0 lead on the Hawkeyes through a couple of innings. We'll see if Iowa can flip the script and get their offense going first today.
Yeah, it took Iowa a little bit to get going yesterday, and kudos to you. You're coachable. You got the national anthem timing down much better today.
Yeah, we're coming together a little bit better. Wasn't wasn't fazed by the different timing here at Illinois.
The team huddle and the hype video screwed us up yesterday, but bounced back nicely today and timed that out much better.
One of the keys or an emphasis for Iowa today would be to maybe get the short game going, put some pressure on the left side of the infield for Illinois, and then the running game for the Hawks. I know that Iowa's wanted to do that more recently, but haven't had the opportunity.
Well, you heard Coach Heller mention in the pregame interview, you got to get the leadoff guy on, and that's been an odd struggle over the last couple weeks anyway. But Iowa was just I think it was 2 for 9 yesterday, so it was not a great number yesterday. So struggled there, and then obviously when you get behind like they did yesterday, it makes the running game. You're not going to straight steal very often when you're down like they were. So those are things that they'll have to improve on in both cases. To try to get that part of the game going.
Iowa had 5 runs yesterday on 8 hits. Had a lot of traffic against the Fighting Illini. See how Iowa attacks Jake Schwartz today.
Well, like I was telling you before the game, Illinois threw more pitches than Iowa did yesterday. And that seems impossible to imagine when you think about what the score was. But, when you think about how Illinois did it, it was just they did a ton of damage. And so, their hits were kind of loud and had all those extra base hits out of their 12 hits, where Iowa really had a couple, but later in the game just couldn't put that big noise together.
Andy Nelson in the box for the Hawkeyes. He takes ball 1 low and in. We're underway in Champaign. First pitch comes in at 3:04 local time. Schwartz, the right-hander, out of the windup. Deals on the outside corner to Nelson, 1-1. Illinois pitcher brings his glove above his head as he begins his windup and then violently motions towards the plate.
Chaz Wheatley move over the head.
That's right. 1 ball and 1 strike on Andy Nelson, Iowa's starting center fielder today. Here's the pitch. Andy fouled it back to the screen. It's 1-2. Need to get Andy going down the home stretch here. He was 0 for 5 yesterday with a couple of strikeouts.
Yeah, and really, just struggled trying to deal with all of the away action he saw from Illini pitching. So see if he can make that adjustment.
0-2 is a breaking ball hit high in the air down the right field line. Moorman is over, still running. He slides and caught it in foul ground for the first out.
So it's that day again.
Boy.
That ball was pushing away from him and toward the fence, and just kind of a nonchalant little flip of the glove down. Caught it right off the top of the turf.
Sunny day in Illinois. Another great crowd on hand this Saturday afternoon. It was senior day for Illinois. They had their recognition before the game. Also graduation ceremonies clogged the streets on the way into the stadium today.
Took us a hot minute to get here.
Already driving an hour and then some when you get into town. 1-0 pitch to Tello's hit on the ground to third. Quagliano has it. He steps and throws. 2 away in the Hawkeye first. Temperatures in the low 70s today. Wind blowing to right. Got massive flags in center field beyond the batter's eye, and they're rippling from left to right.
That's blowing kind of toward that small scoreboard. It's not straight out, but it's going to help. There were some balls getting launched in batting practice. We saw it yesterday when the sun was out.
Strike 1 to Davis Kopp on the outer edge. But the wind is the same as yesterday, but in the same direction rather, but firmer. Yeah. No balls and a strike on Kopp. Swings and fouls it back to the netting. 0-2 now. Big gap in left center field for Kopp. The 0-2 is hit high in the air to right center field. This will carry well. The center fielder Milton going back. He's at the wall, and the right fielder leaps up. It's over the wall. It's a home run for Davis, the deputy Kopp. Iowa on the board, 1-0.
Caught a breaking ball. It was left in the middle of the plate. Davis probably Didn't catch all of it, but again, was able to get enough of that breeze, and 372 over the right center field wall, and souvenir to the food truck yesterday.
Yes, take advantage over to right there. I was tracking with Milton, the center fielder, and it was Mormon who had more of a chance at it.
I thought I saw Milton kind of call for it, like he had it, like he was tracking it. I thought, oh, great, he's going to catch this right at the wall. And
1-0 Iowa in the first on the solo home run from Davis Kopp. Here's Reese Moore. DH for Iowa today, the left-handed hitter. Schwartz out of the windup. The 1-0 is hit high and deep to right field. Down the line, right fielder Mormon gives it a look. Get going, baby. It is foul. Towering fly ball to right, just foul. Reese clobbered that one.
Yeah, the inside fastball that Reese was able to turn on. 104. But the 46-degree launch angle had, and that's kind of the wind isn't pushing straight out, it's pushing more toward that foul pole and the Iowa bullpen, and just pushed it too far that direction.
1-1 now on Reese. Here's the pitch. It's a swinging bunt over to the left side. That's foul. 1-2.
And that's probably the last fastball Reese is going to see. As you saw yesterday, they really worked change-ups. They really worked off-speed stuff to the two Iowa left-handers, and Reese is not going to get another one on the inside part of the plate. I can nearly promise you that, unless it's a massive mistake.
Take one of those. Protect that outer edge now. 1 ball and 2 strikes. The pitch from Schwartz. That's in the dirt. Good block by Schroeder behind the plate. Really seen Reese's discipline improve the last few weeks.
Yeah, I mean, he understands, or he's starting to understand how teams are trying to get him out, and so instead of helping them and getting himself out.
2-2 is sliced over to the left, and that'll find foul ground out of play. Good at bat brewing from Moore here.
Boy, it's funny watching that ball fly over there, how it just kind of hit that wall of wind and stopped moving. So we've unfortunately talked about it in a lot of games, but just not being able to give up as you're tracking balls around. You just don't quite know where they're going to finish by the time the wind gets through with them.
2-2 to Reese. He laid off low and out. That's ball 3. A couple of quick outs for Iowa early in this game, but a 2-out home run from Davis Kopp, and now a nice at bat for Reese Moore has prolonged the first. Full count pitch to Reese. Line drive into right. Mormon charging forward. He dives. He dropped this one, though. And Reese is on with a 2-out single. Mormon with good effort. That was a sinking liner to him, and he got his glove on it but couldn't catch it.
Yeah, on one hand, I want to say that's an easier catch than the one he made on sliding into foul ground, but hardest ball is to judge that line drive right at you. You just, is it going to get to me? Is it going to carry over my head? And in that case, it had a little top spin. It dips down below. The good at bat from Reese to keep fighting and get a fastball and get that single.
That brings up Gable Mitchell, who showed the bunt, pulled it back, and that's a strike at the knees. Iowa on top in the first, 1-0. Couple of hits off of Jake Schwartz. Kopp and Moore have put the ball in play and able to get on. Here comes the 0-1 to Gable. Popped foul left side. 0-2 now.
Yeah, and after the first two guys made quick outs, it's really turned into an effective inning. You're going to have him at least near 20 pitches here early, and so instead of what could have been 8,
right,
you get it into a good spot.
0-2 pitch to Gable. Swing and a miss. Got him with the off speed. Good pitch from Schwartz. That's the 3rd out of the inning. Iowa on the board first. The 6th home run of the season for Davis Kopp gives Iowa the 1-0 lead. Brody Brecht emerges from the dugout. He's headed to the mound. We'll be back for the bottom of the first right after this. This is Hawkeye Baseball from Learfield.
So why do I need vaccinations?
If I don't get vaccinated, how sick can I get?
Can I get multiple vaccines at once?
What's done to make sure vaccines are safe?
It's important to address your concerns about vaccines. Just make sure you get answers from people you can trust. Ask your doctor or healthcare provider about vaccinations, because they know you and they'll always put your health first. A message from Iowa Department of Health and Human Services.
Brown Deer Golf Club offers a pure golf experience. Manicured bent grass fairways with tees and greens carved into gracefully rolling landscape. Challenging, yet extremely playable. Improve your game with PGA instruction and our full-service pro shop. Treat yourself to Bunker's Bar and Grill for lunch or dinner. And our scenic Greenview Banquet Room is perfect for weddings or any special event. Brown Deer Golf Club, a stunning country club setting at affordable public rates.
Welcome back to Hawkeye Baseball. Are you or someone you know in crisis or having suicidal thoughts? Call the 988 Suicide and Crisis Lifeline for 24/7 free and confidential support. There is hope. Call or chat 988. A message from Iowa HHS.
Iowa up on Illinois 1-0 as we get to the bottom of the first. Cal Heza, Camden Janik, and Drake Westcott will lead it off for the Fighting Illini. Vitas Valencias, Ryan Moorman, Jacob Schroeder, the middle of the order. Brody Harding, Colton Quagliano, and Connor Milton, the bottom third. Defensively for Iowa, left to right on the infield, Raider Tello, Michael Seegers, Gable Mitchell, Davis Kopp. Outfield left to right, Will Mulfler, Andy Nelson, and Ben Wilmas. Today's catcher is Cade Moss. And the starting pitcher for Iowa is the right-handed sophomore from Ankeny, Brody Brecht.
3-2 in 12 starts with a 3.43 ERA, 63 innings, 39 hits, 30 runs, 24 earned, 40 walks, 108 strikeouts. Opponents hitting 173 against Brody. And we kind of talked about it earlier. He was the last 3 starts, he's been nearly untouchable, minus some leadoff fisted double. And
that's right. And Coach mentioned that too, that the defense actually, could be lulled to sleep with Brody's dominance, but you also have to be on your toes because of the weak contact that's usually generated off of Brecht. Brody from the windup is ready. First pitch to Cal Heza is downstairs for a ball.
Yeah, just 2 left-handers in the Illinois lineup. So we just detailed how dominant Brody's been against right-handers, so he can stick into his plan.
1 ball, no strikes on Heza, the shortstop. Here's the pitch. Ground ball left side. Seegers charging hard. Michael picks it, throws it across the diamond for the out.
Brody dots up the outside part of the plate with a 97-mile-an-hour fastball. And there's the weak contact you're looking for.
And just like Coach talked about, have to come get the baseball, because if Michael would have waited back there, would have had no chance at first base. Here comes Camden Janik, the DH for Illinois today. He caught yesterday's game.
Heza didn't have a lot of words for Janik right there. It comes in fast.
Just a meeting between the two before Janik got in the box. Not much to say. First pitch from Brecht is fouled back. That one caught Cade in the bare hand. Illinois wearing all white uniforms. Orange numbers on the back. Illinois spelled out across the chest. No balls and a strike. Brecht from the windup, he's ready. He rocks and fires. Slider for a strike, 0-2. Iowa going with their black tops today. Gold Iowa spelled out in block lettering across the chest with the gold numbers on the left hip. Gray baseball pants. Iowa going with the camo hats today with the black block I on the front panel, gold trim. No balls and 2 strikes on Janik. The pitch from Brecht. Outside, 1-2. Janik, the Illinois batter that's virtually impossible to strike out. 9 strikeouts in 181 at-bats.
Just 3 sliders so far to Brody. See if he sticks to the slider, maybe gives him the splitter instead.
Brecht's 1-2. Hit in the air to right center. Wilmas is there in right field, and he makes the catch 2 away.
Instead, gave him 99 on the fastball meter up. Made pretty decent contact with it. And 99 up, you don't have to make great contact to right field today. But And this could be a heck of a matchup, too.
Yeah, this is one of the left-handed hitters that you were talking about earlier, John. Drake Westcott, big stocky first baseman, had a nice night yesterday, double and a home run. He also walked, but he is a strikeout candidate, had a couple of those yesterday. Left-handed hitter. 2 away for Illinois in the bottom of the first. Brody kicks and fires. That's low for a ball. Infield shifting over to the right just a touch. Gable is playing in shallow right field. 1-0 pitch from Brecht. Another foul ball in the box, 1-1.
98-mile-an-hour fastball down to open the at-bat. 92-mile-an-hour splitter, almost in the same spot.
Same location, variety of movement. Brody with a long pause before the 1-1 pitch. Now he brings it home. Swing and a miss, 1-2.
Went right back to the splitter again, and Westcott was way in front and way over it.
Now Brody can go anywhere, looking for his first strikeout of the game. 1 ball, 2 strikes with 2 outs. Has the sign that he likes. Begins his motion home and brings it. Just off the plate, low and out. Really good pitch from Brecht.
Boy, just dotted the outside part of the plate, down right at the knees, but evidently just off for this home plate umpire today.
2 balls and 2 strikes now. Brecht is ready. The pitch. Grounded foul over to the right. We'll do it again.
Went to the slider there. Got it all the way inside, though. Did what he needed to do. Made sure he jammed him up.
Brody's done a nice job hitting all parts of the strike zone early on. Here comes the 2-2 to Westcott. That's high with the fastball. 3-2 now. Brody back on the rubber. Full count pitch to Westcott. Here it comes from Brecht. Cold third strike. Brecht with the strikeout on the outer edge. A beauty from Brody. And he sets Illinois down 1-2-3 in the first.
Great pitch there. Went right to the outside part. Maybe a touch off the plate, but right on the black. Boy, tough take for Westcott and sends him back to the dugout.
Iowa leads Illinois 1-0 through 1 in Champaign. We're back in a moment. This is Iowa Baseball on the Hawkeye Radio Network from Learfield.
Are aches, pains, or injuries keeping you on the sidelines? At Athletico, our movement experts are here to help you turn your setbacks into comebacks and create a personalized game plan for your recovery. With no prescription or referral needed, Athletico Physical Therapy is where your comeback story begins. Get started today by scheduling a free assessment at athletico.com. Proud partner of the Iowa Hawkeyes.
How do you become America's best-selling brand? Let's break it down. Innovative tech means smarter and safer driving. Intelligent all-wheel drive will keep you ready for anything. And built Ford tough trucks will always get the job done. Plus, come into your local Ford store today and get super low APR financing, big cash back, and great lease offers on Ford's full line of cars, trucks, and SUVs. That's Ford, and that's how you become America's best-selling brand. Sales claim based on calendar year sales.
This copyrighted broadcast is an exclusive presentation of Learfield under the broadcasting rights granted by the University of Iowa. Reuse of this presentation is prohibited without the expressed written consent of the university and Learfield. Announcers are provided by Learfield and approved by the university.
Michael Seegers, Will Moeffler, and Ben Wilmas come to the plate for Iowa in the top of the second inning. Hawks out in front of Illinois 1-0, looking to add to it now. Jake Schwartz continues to pitch for the Fighting Illini. The Hawks with a couple of hits in the first inning, including a solo shot from Davis Kopp to give Iowa the lead.
Statcast was fooled. They had Westcott as walked. He got a little itchy on the trigger finger instead of punching him out on the strikeout.
Need to edit that. Schwartz was strike one to Seegers.
And that was inside, so.
Time called, and another technology malfunction. What's going on here? The pitcher needs a new wristband to get his signs. Boy, I'll say it. I miss the flashing of the signs. I miss the call going from the staff to the catcher, and then he says, or puts down the proper fingers.
And then the third base umpire's got something to say about where Will Muffler's taking up his swing, his practice swings in the on-deck circle. Meanwhile, I was watching, Illinois was all the way up on theirs, and so interesting. I get the rules are rules things, but the selective enforcement's always entertaining.
Fascinating what gets fixated on.
Used to joke. I joke about that with volleyball too. Of you have some up refs or down refs that become control freaks about certain things, and it's really weird. It has no bearing on the game.
1-1 to Seegers. He lines it to right. Mormon going back in front of the wall. He makes the catch. Michael gave it a ride, but he's out number one.
Probably needed a little bit more elevation. Hit it hard. Just take it, get a little help from the wind, but hit more of a line drive and didn't get any real help there.
See Will Muffler come up now.
Now batting the left fielder number 42, Will Muffler.
Muffler walked a couple of times last night. Schwartz kicks and fires. Will takes a low strike. Will has some pop in that bat. He is a key piece moving forward now. The 0-1 is hit well down the line and right. That'll carry into the corner, and it is fair inside the line. Muffler around first, headed for second. Here comes the throw. Will with a stand-up double for the Hawks in the second.
Love what I've seen from the Hawkeye hitters so far is that willingness to go to right. So you're taking advantage of the wind, using what's helping you. As Will takes a 90-mile-an-hour fastball on the outside part of the plate, goes 95 and drops it right in front of the wall, right in front of the line, and hustles into second.
Third double of the season for Muffler. He stands out there at second base with one out. Here's Benny Wilmas. Wilmas with a home run yesterday to right center. First pitch to him is a breaking ball across for a strike.
It's a good take, though. Again, you're going to get a pitch you can hit. Just hang in there, show patience.
Counts 0-1 on Wilmas. The pitch from Schwartz. Off the plate outside, 1-1.
That was pretty good.
Right on the edge.
It's kind of like a pitch Brody didn't get for a strike, so now you better make sure. Is it?
Yeah. 1-1 to Wilmas. Sliced it foul over to the right. 1-2 now. Cade Moss is on deck. We'll go to the top of the order. Hawks would like to put a big inning together early on against Illinois. 1 ball and 2 strikes. A lot of room on the right side for Wilmas, both in the outfield and on the infield. Now Harding, the second baseman, will retrieve to his normal position. Wilmas takes a hack at the 1-2 and knocks it foul over to the left.
Good floating breaking ball there. Right on the inside part of the plate. The Wilmas did a nice job to fight off.
Ben back in the box. Schwartz checks on Muffler at second. Here's the 1-2. Inside hit Wilmas. And Ben will take his base.
And that'll work just as well, too. And that's one of the things that Ben is good about is kind of just being that general pest. He gets up on the plate. So when you try to work in, he's willing to stand there and take his dose. And that was a 91-mile-an-hour fastball that he took. And
he has that elbow guard, but I think it might have been a little bit higher than that.
It didn't sound like it hit the elbow guard.
Right.
It sounded very soft.
Mound visit for Illinois as their shortstop and catcher go to talk with the pitcher. There are some bodies down in Illinois' bullpen already, which was sort of what was expected. Didn't really think that Schwartz would go too long anyway, but usher him out of the game a little earlier than they had hoped if you put together a big inning.
Well, it's a little bit like we talked about yesterday with Iowa. You didn't expect Cade Obermueller to go 6 innings, but Illinois got him out quicker than Iowa wanted him out.
Here's Cade Moss, who swings and fouls off the first pitch.
So same basic idea here. They probably want 3-4 innings out of Schwartz, and so if you can bust that chain and you know, make it 2, make it less than 2, that's a huge win.
Runners at first and second, 1 out for Moss. The 0-1, that's in the dirt, blocked nicely by Schroeder. Runners stay put.
Schwartz threw 5 innings against Indiana.
Season high?
Season high, okay. But boy, lately, since the beginning of April.
Cade takes strike 2, breaking ball that started at his hip and then broke into the inner portion of the plate.
Since the beginning of April, his high is 3 innings against Indiana State 11 days ago, so he hasn't been going long lately.
A ball and 2 strikes on Moss. The pitch, swing and a miss. Cade chased one low and in.
And we heard that in scouting report that his changeup is a great pitch, and it's not going to be in the strike zone. And unfortunately, when you get behind and you see it and kind of trying to be in protect mode, you chase over some pitches that you don't want to swing at. Now it's up to Andy to come up with a big hit.
See if Andy can find that gap power again. He had it for a stretch as we got into conference play. 2 outs, 2 on though for him. First pitch to Andy. Ground ball up the middle, that's through into center field. They're waving Moeffler around third. Will is rounding, heading home. Will score. Wilmas to third base. And the Hawks are up 2-0 on the RBI single from Andy Nelson.
Big swing there. 108 up the middle as he just clobbered a fastball. Did that yesterday, and he ended up shortstop. Made a fantastic play on him to get him out. That one was far enough out of the reach and range of Heiza that Andy gets the RBI single with 2 outs. Huge for the Hawkeye, for him and for the team in general.
Right. Yes. Double winner. Runners at the corners, 2 outs for Tello. First pitch to Rader, swing and a miss. There's that changeup right at the bottom of the zone. 2 outs, so maybe not sure that I would get active and creative on the base paths right now. Maybe keep the bat in Rader's hands, see if he can find one of the gaps. A ton of room in right center for Rader if he can go opposite field. No balls and a strike. Here's the pitch. In the dirt, Rader took it downstairs, ball 1.
Well, and that, again, that's the scouting report thing. If he hits the changeup early for a strike, he's coming right back to it. Rader had good discipline there, stayed off of it.
2-0 Iowa in the second. A couple more runners out there on the base paths, though, with 2 outs for Tello. 1-1 pitch. Rader sliced it foul late on that pitch. Couldn't quite get down to it in time, and it's 1-2. Gotta watch that changeup again, you'd think, right?
Yeah, he's not going to double up, but he might be 3 out of 4 here.
Schwartz from the stretch. Nelson takes off for second. Rader takes outside for ball 2. And then Wilmas is picked off at third base. He got too far down the line. And the catcher with a pump fake to second threw it to third. And Wilmas was caught for the 3rd out. Hawks leave a couple on. We'll go to the bottom of the second right after this. 2-0. Iowa with the lead. This is Hawkeye baseball from Learfield.
Feel the excitement as NASCAR returns to the Iowa Speedway with Powerball and the Iowa Lottery. Just add the double play bonus to your Powerball ticket for $1, then enter it in the VIP club, and you could win tickets to the sold-out NASCAR race or other exclusive race weekend prizes. Feel the power of NASCAR and double play today. Woohoo! See complete rules and details at ialottery.com/VIP.
So do I need vaccinations?
If I don't get vaccinated, how sick can I get?
Can I get multiple vaccines at once?
What's done to make sure vaccines are safe?
It's important to address your concerns about vaccines. Just make sure to get answers from people you can trust. Ask your doctor or healthcare provider about vaccinations because they know you and they'll always put your health first. A message from the Iowa Department of Health and Human Services.
Hawkeye Baseball is brought to you by Riverside Casino and Golf Resort, home of the Draft Day Sports Lounge, a luxury hotel and spa, 5 restaurants, and more, just minutes south of Iowa City.
2-0 Iowa in the bottom of the second. Singular runs for Iowa in the first and the second. 4 hits for the Hawks offensively so far. And Brody Brecht returns to the mound now. He'll face 4, 5, and 6, Valencius, Mormon, and Schroeder. Good hitters coming to the plate for Illinois right now.
I think you can say that in the bottom half of every inning.
That's right.
Not sure that ever goes away.
Right-hander versus right-hander. Brecht from the windup, kicks and fires. There's strike one, goes off-speed first to get ahead.
Yeah, 88-mile-an-hour slider.
A 1 to Valencius. Off the plate outside, the right-handed hitter. Valencius is .292. Pretty good as a leadoff hitter, .489. 18 extra base hits this season. 1-1 pitch from Brecht on its way home. Called a strike on the outside corner, 1-2.
A couple of these Illinois hitters really cock their bats almost behind their back, which long trigger to try to get going on Brody.
1-2 pitch from Brecht. Just off the plate outside. Good spot. Why not work that outside edge? 2-2.
Well, it's great plate discipline to not chase that. There's 2 balls out there. After 2 balls have been called a strike, he's had good discipline to not chase the next one out there.
Here's the 2-2. Just off the plate, low and out. Good spot with the fastball. Couldn't get him to chase, and the count's now full.
98, just misses dotting the corner. Maybe Valencius can't see it, and that's why he's not swinging at it.
Full count pitch from Brecht. Here it comes. Swing and a miss. Second strikeout of the day for Brody.
And that ties the record, so Jim McGrain, you're hanging in there, but
you have some company.
But Brody's knocking. Yeah, you're right now.
Loved that pitch from Brecht. The sharp slider, outer third, and he got Valencius. First out of the inning. Here's Mormon. Mormon leads the Big Ten in home runs with 15. First pitch from Brecht. Popped foul over to the right. You know, you look at Mormon, he's got all the home runs, but a .252 average.
Well, a little feast or famine to it, but boy, we saw a rocket ship yesterday on the first pitch. He saw him hit it off the right field wall. Didn't carry out, but dented the wall.
Major shift on the Iowa infield. 3 defenders to the left. There's strike number 2. The slider on the outer edge, and Brody in the driver's seat.
A lot of scouts with their radar guns here. They're popping up quick.
No balls and 2 strikes. Brecht from the windup. Here's the pitch to Mormon. Just outside. Really hammering that part of the plate with the slider and missed. 1-2.
Mormon struck out 40 times this year. Somehow he takes that pitch. That is really strong discipline.
A ball and 2 strikes. Brecht from the windup. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. Pitch in the dirt. Moss has to send it down to first base. Records the out. And there's the record for Brody Brecht.
Congratulations, Brody Brecht. Single season strikeout leader for the Hawkeyes. And a lot of games left to still put up a even bigger number.
111 now for Brody.
25 years Jim McGrain held that record.
Back-to-back strikeouts for Brecht, 3 in a row if you go back to the first inning as Jacob Schroeder comes to the plate. Brody deals a slider for his strike. Gorgeous. He goes inner third that time after really working away from the Illinois hitters. Base is empty and 2 outs. No balls and a strike. The pitch from Brody. That's outside, 1-1.
Crowd getting on Brody about throwing sliders, but your guys can't hit them.
And they're just barely off the plate when he does throw. Maybe that one was an exception there, but just wait till he starts hitting them. 1-1. Oh, made him look silly on that. Halfway through the zone, Schroeder fooled.
That was an oh no, that's a strike. I need to swing.
1 ball and 2 strikes. Brecht has the sign that he likes. Here comes the 1-2. Swing and a miss. Brecht strikes out the side in the second. 4 strikeouts in a row.
Just flat dirty.
Excellent job as Brecht calmly walks off the mound. He's in control. We'll head to the third. Iowa 2, Illinois nothing. This is Hawkeye baseball from Learfield.
Get a great offer on the stylish HR-V or the Honda Civic, which Car and Driver called fun to drive. Honda, the brand named Kelley Blue Book's KBB.com Best Value Brand for 2023. For a limited time, well-qualified buyers can get a 3.9% APR on a 2024 Honda Civic or HR-V.
So see your Central Midwest Honda dealer today. Honda gets the Midwest.
See dealer for financing details. Exclude Civic SI and Type R Car and Driver January 2023 based on 2023 brand image awards from Kelley Blue Book. Visit KBB.com for more information.
Are aches, pains, or injuries keeping you on the sidelines? At Athletico, our movement experts are here to help you turn your setbacks into comebacks and create a personalized game plan for your recovery. With no prescription or referral needed, Athletico Physical Therapy is where your comeback story begins. Get started today by scheduling a free assessment at Athletico.com. Proud partner of the Iowa Hawkeyes.
Hawk fans, experience your home away from home at Coralville's finest all-suite hotels. Homewood Suites and Home to Suites by Hilton each offer guests spacious suites, complimentary breakfast, 24-hour fitness center, pool, hot tub, guest laundry, and convenient locations. Let their warm and friendly staff take care of you and your family when you visit Hawkeye Country.
Raider Tello will come back to the box in the third. Davis Kopp and Reese Moore will follow, so a lot of power coming to the plate for Iowa in the third. Hawks lead it 2-0. Raider gets another look at Schwartz. It'll be his third time.
Third look. Looking around the Big Ten. Iowa needs a win, and they've locked themselves into the Big Ten tournament. They can take care of their own business. They're really probably already locked in. There's some tiebreakers. Off-speed pitch misses there. Not sure where. There's some tiebreakers that they'd have to win, but it looks like they do if bracketology is correct. So Iowa looks like they're probably safe, but a win guarantees it. And you look around, Minnesota 15-0 over Michigan State, so that helps Iowa's seeding now. You start looking at it that way.
Yes. 2-0 pitch to Tello. Raider skied it a mile high into right. Moorman, a few steps in front of the track, makes the catch for the first out.
Yeah, 52-degree launch angle is not going to work out. Got a long ways out there, though.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. Raider couldn't get the barrel in that one.
Ohio State gets the win over Northwestern 14-6. So Ohio State stays in a good spot. They'll go to 10-10 in the Big Ten now. Purdue and Michigan are tied in the 9th. Purdue's threatening in the top of the 9th.
That's a heck of a series in Ann Arbor, isn't it? Wow. Davis Kopp steps into the box for Iowa now. Takes strike one from Schwartz.
Yeah, Minnesota 15-0 over Michigan State. It's just, oof.
Michigan State's a strange team, aren't they? 0-1 to Kopp. Outside 1-1. I know Minnesota honored John Anderson before the game today, and he's retiring after a long career as the coach of the Gophers. 1-1 to Kopp is low, 2-1.
What did we decide? He had coached a third of Minnesota's seasons, and they played 130 years?
Yeah, it's like, I think it's 40, I don't want to be wrong.
42 or 43.
Yes. I guess in that sense, happy for the Gophers that they played well for him today. 2-1 to Kopp, popped up on the infield. This could be a tricky play with the wind. Third baseman Quagliano. Oh, it's dropped by the first baseman. Westcott came in out of nowhere. He tried to make the diving play, and it was off his glove. I thought Quagliano had the best look at it, and the mistake for Illinois has Kopp winding up at second base because of his hustle.
He was hustling the whole way. Had to jam on the brakes, actually. That ball, we talked about Raiders' launch angle. That was launched at 77 degrees, so almost literally straight up in the air.
Make that hurt, John.
But the ball, yeah, it probably is easier for Westcott because it's blowing to him a little bit. But
late jump for him then?
Yeah, because we talked about it in the first inning with the foul ball. Fouled off there into the Iowa dugout. You can't give up on a ball. Mm-hmm. You can't just assume, oh, my guy's got it, because especially a ball that's just kind of floating, it's going to move a long ways.
Runner at second and 1 out for Iowa in the third. No balls and a strike on Reese Moore. The pitch from Schwartz. This is hit high and deep to right. Get going, baby. It is gone. Reese Moore with an atom bomb to right. 4-0 Hawks.
Hung an off-speed pitch. Got the changeup up and away. Didn't get all of it, but boy, got it up into that wind and just let it carry. 350 over the right field wall. And the Hawks double the lead, 4-0.
Made it hurt immediately after the Illinois mistake.
Yeah, that was, you couldn't have asked for anything more to make that punishment.
Fifth home run of the season for Reese. Hawks will reset things with Gable Mitchell with a deep drive, right center field, a no-doubter for Gable Mitchell. How about that? Boom!
94 off the bat, 378 into the yesterday's food truck court.
Back-to-back jacks for the Hawks. Mitchell was sprinting around the base pass. He got home in a hurry.
Tried to sneak a fastball past him, but as we saw yesterday, you leave it in the middle of the plate, ball go far at this ballpark.
Time called. Illinois will have a mound visit. Try to get a reliever ready. It's 5-0 Hawks in the third.
I don't know if he's ready. He's been up, but he hasn't been up that long. We'll see if this is a chat or a yank, and we'll find out here when the home plate umpire wanders out.
Clint Wheeler is not going to let him discuss it for too long. Mitchell clubs his third home run of the season. There was no doubt about that one. Reese's was hit high, so we had to wait a little bit, but Mitchell smoked it.
Yeah, 378 on TrackMan, and then you give him a little wind aid, and well over the right center field wall.
Here comes Michael Seegers now with 1 out. 5-0 Iowa in the third. First pitch to Michael. He shows the bunt, pulled it back, and that's a ball.
Home run bunt.
Yeah. Take all the extremes. Ton of room in straightaway center for Michael with Milton in right center. Seegers takes a strike low and in.
Michael's just struggled to get on the fastball again. He had the stretch where he was kind of on it.
Breaking ball dropped in for a strike. Michael watched it go by, 1-2. One-two's fouled back to the pad. We'll do it again. Michael put the ball in play. All 4 at-bats yesterday. Nothing to show for it. No reward, but making the defense work. And Seager's such a threat when he gets on base with his speed. Really could be an advantage for Iowa. Here comes the 1-2. Threw it behind him.
Wow.
That one would have hurt. That came zipping in there.
That was a 89-mile-an-hour fastball that missed by...
yeah, keep counting, John.
2 standard deviations of the home plate.
2-2. Swing and a miss. Went with the changeup. Seager's running it out, but the catcher will send it down to third to begin the strikeout carousel. 2 outs for the Hawks in the third.
See if Will can restart the inning and
number 42, Will
make Schwartz's day really short.
5-0 Iowa in the third. The Hawks have exploded for 3 runs in this inning. 3 home runs today for Iowa. Here's Mulfler. Strike 1 on the outer edge. That's fine. Good take.
Yeah, you're not going to do too much with that one.
I suppose if Schwartz and the Illinois pitchers keep it elevated, the best you could do is move it over to right. Pitches outside, 1-1.
Well, and that's the thing. You know, Iowa so far has had a great approach of a willingness to hit it that way. You know, not trying to jerk a bunch of balls to left.
Ooh, line drive up the middle, off the pitcher. Mulfler sprinting down to first. The throw to first is picked out of the turf, and Mulfler is the third out as Schwartz recovered nicely, but Iowa does a ton of damage. A 2-run home run from Reese Moore, and Gable Mitchell goes back-to-back with a solo shot to right center. It's 5-0 Iowa. We're back for the bottom of the third right after this. This is Hawkeye Baseball from Learfield.
Our mission at Oak Knoll is to provide exceptional retirement living and health services through life care. I'm Steve Rowe, CEO. We are a not-for-profit life plan community and have served the Iowa City area for 57 years. Oak Knoll is located near University of Iowa hospitals and clinics, Kinnick Stadium, Carver Hawkeye Arena, Hancher Auditorium, and downtown Iowa City. Visit our website at oakknoll.com to learn more. We're a proud sponsor of Hawkeye Athletics. Go Hawks!
When it comes to your health, you need the full picture. That means the right diagnosis and the right treatment right from the start. I'm Aaron Bose, pediatric neurologist with University of Iowa Healthcare. Here, we're working together every day to advance medicine so you can get the best care. With more research, more clinical trials, and more treatment options than anywhere else in the state, the University of Iowa Healthcare is changing medicine and changing lives. Learn more at uihc.org.
Comprehensive coverage of college baseball and softball all season long. Tune to SiriusXM Big Ten Radio Channel 372 in the car and on the all-new SiriusXM app. SiriusXM is the home of your favorite team and conference, including live games plus interviews and analysis. So cheer along online with the SiriusXM app and listen to your favorite team anywhere. Get a free trial at SiriusXM.us/Big Ten Radio 2023.
Outstanding start to this game for Iowa, offensively and on the mound. Brody Brecht has struck out 4 Illini in a row and has set the single-season strikeout record for the Hawkeyes, the program record. Offensively, Iowa's hit 3 home runs today, leading Illinois 5-0 in the bottom of the third. Bottom third of the order, Harding, Quagliano, and Milton. Harding, the second baseman, left-handed hitter. He's in the box. Brody versus Brody. Who wins it, Brecht or Harding? Fouling off the first pitch is Harding to the right side.
Well, Brock thinks he can get a hit off Brody, so he's got to think his brother can then too.
Yeah, this will be the closest we'll get to that matchup. No balls in a strike. Brecht out of the windup. The right-hander kicks and fires. There's strike 2 on the outer edge. Harding nods his head as if agreeing, yep, that's a good pitch.
96 dotted right on the outside part of the plate.
No balls, 2 strikes to start the bottom of the third. Here's the pitch from Brody. Dropped it low. Good spot. 1-2.
That's a great take because that is a really good splitter. Center of the plate, just down. Brody Harding able to take it.
The 1-2. Line back to the netting. He's got a piece of that.
That shows him 97. Probably didn't get it as high as he wanted. Maybe just above the belt.
One ball, 2 strikes. The wind and the fire from Brecht. Ground ball right side. Mitchell gloves it in shallow right now. Bobbles it. Late throw to first is in time to get the speedy Harding. Way to hang with it, Gable Mitchell.
Brody Harding got all of it. 104 on the slider that was down and away from him. Right at Gable Mitchell and just kind of handcuffed him a little bit, but he was able to stick with it. A little bit of a backboard and chase it down. And made a good throw to get Harding.
Gable never got his feet set to make that throw, so he had to throw it on the run as he was moving forward. Put it on the money to Davis Kopp for the first out. Here's Quagliano back to the right side. He's tardy on the heater from Brody. Would have got sent to detention being late for class on that one.
Here's 97 at your letters. Can you hit it?
No.
No.
No balls and a strike early in the count on the third baseman for Illinois. Here's Brody's next pitch. Grounded left side and foul. 0-2. Tello threw it over there anyway.
he short hopped Kopp, who knew it was foul, and so he wasn't going to make any crazy effort to get it. And then the long jawing back and forth.
Those two are a hoot off the field. No balls and 2 strikes. Here's the pitch from Brody. Just outside. Good spot. 1-2. Boy, Brody's misses have been outstanding.
Right. Again, for the last month or so, we've talked about believable. Nearly every pitch he's thrown off the plate has been believable.
Comes the 1-2. Swing and a miss. Another strikeout for Brecht. That's 5.
That is 98 off the plate, but with movement. Quagliano looking back over his shoulder. Is that dude real?
Here comes Connor Milton, the center fielder for Illinois.
Now, Raider Tello is deep. At some point, it wouldn't surprise me to see an Illinois guy lay down a bunt. At least try.
And Milton could be a good candidate for that. First pitch from Brody is low and out. Missed with the fastball. That was pitch number 37 for Brody. We're in the bottom of the third. Iowa on top 5-0.
Michigan trying to walk off Purdue in the bottom of the 9th. 1 out, tied at 6, bases loaded.
Variety of ways that the Wolverines could score there. 1-0 pitch from Brody. Dropped it in there for a strike, 1-1.
Maryland out of conference leads Boston College 8-1 through 7. Doubleheader today.
Yeah, we noticed that yesterday. It's had some strange weather out there. 1-1 is low and out. 2 balls and 1 strike on Milton.
Indiana and Nebraska later tonight. Indiana 7 runs in the 9th inning yesterday. Comes back to beat Nebraska.
And it was a tie game, and with the bases loaded, Nebraska tried to pick off, moved to second, and threw it away. Already missed outside there. 3 balls and a strike. He'll walk off the back of the mound and regroup.
See if he can get back in the zone here.
Three-1 count on Milton. Here's the pitch from Brecht. Inside, called a strike, 3-2. Ooh, Milton's showing him up a bit.
Why is the pitch clock not running?
Milton tossed his bat and jumped around in the box. Still not in the box. Now spits on home plate. Back in the box. Wouldn't this be something if Brody could come all the way back? Here comes the 3-2. Grounded to the right side. That could spin back into fair territory. It will not. Foul ball. We'll do it again. Milton's not making any friends with the home plate umpire.
At this point, I so want to see him get punched out looking just for the general head explosion.
I think there would be a pretty strong punch out by the home plate umpire, Clint Wheeler, if he could do that. Full count pitch. Here it comes from Brecht. Up and in, ball 4. First base runner of the day for Illinois comes in the 3rd. The Illinois fans appreciate that. Brody's off to a good start. Back to the top of the order, this is Heza.
Yeah, that wasn't a one-night-only walk-up song. That's his real walk-up. Boy, they play. Iowa catches grief and has for years about the pink locker rooms and what are you doing? Why you do that psychology garbage? Illinois plays the worst visiting BP music in the history of BP music.
When Iowa was taking BP today, I guess we talk with Coach Heller, and he likes ballpark music. He likes country. He likes baseball music. I can't imagine what he was thinking about whatever Illinois is putting on for us today.
Well, yesterday was the kids' song, the Friday song, which was mind-numbing.
1-0 pitch from Brecht. That's on the inner edge, 1-1.
Today, I did learn something about you, that you must be able to identify Harry Potter characters, because there was some bizarre puppet show thing with a Harry Potter and Snape song, and it was exceptionally strange. But
I identified it because I despise it, John.
Okay.
There's strike 2 on the outer edge.
But I at least learned that you knew Harry Potter characters, which, I suppose you could have read the books, but didn't figure you'd watched all 8 movies.
I don't know which one I'd rather do less. Read the books of Harry Potter or watch the movie. 1 ball and 2 strikes with 2 outs. Brecht is ready from the stretch. Here's the pitch. Low and out, 2-2. Yeah, but it's miserable music. Very strange. I guess it's accomplishing its mission. When Iowa is taking BP, distracting, terrible. Count even at 2. Brecht against Heza. Here's the pitch from Brody. Grounder right back to him, up over him. Seegers will have no play as he threw it over to first. He was late on the throw. Brody tried to barehand it. It was just too tall for Brecht, and a couple runners on. That's the first hit of the game now for Illinois.
What a crazy athletic play that was by Brody to even get a hand on it. I don't know. I don't think it mattered. I don't think Michael would have been able to come across and make a play on it anyway. But he kind of sent him a little off pattern. But like I said, I don't think Michael would have had enough momentum, and it was just in a perfect spot. We saw that yesterday, a couple of infield singles for Illinois too. But big spot here now. All of a sudden it's getting a little more interesting.
5-0 Iowa in the bottom of the 3rd. 2 outs, 2 runners on for Illinois. Brecht from the stretch. The pitch to Janik is outside for a ball. This next pitch will be number 50 for Brecht, and Coach McGrath will come out of the dugout and go talk with his ace. As Coach McGrath makes his way to the mound, let's pause 10 seconds for station identification. This is Iowa Hawkeye Baseball. Janik is up for Illinois. Flied out to right in the first inning. Brody's trying to hit that outer edge. He's missed a little bit more consistently now away from the right-handed hitters with that slider.
Yeah, second time through, you're trying to do things a little differently here, and he had to battle there with Milton too, so it's a little different, but really with Heza, he did a nice job. Just Heza fought him off and got a hit, so just keep doing what you're doing. That's the first right-hander that's got a hit on him in quite some time, yes. Michigan did complete the walk-off on Purdue, so 7-6. That's a seeding battle for Iowa there.
1-0 pitch from Brecht is high and out for ball 2. And that result is a big deal for Illinois fans as well.
Yeah, that helps. Illinois was in second place, or I'm sorry, Purdue was in second place there with Indiana, a game back of Illinois.
Breck trying to find the strike zone here. 2 balls, no strikes. The pitch from Brody. Swing and a miss, 2-1.
Throws the slider down 2-0.
Iowa on top of Illinois, trying to even the series today with the Fighting Illini. 5-0 in the bottom of the third. 2 balls and a strike. The pitch from Breck, swing and a miss. Went right back to it.
Another beautifully located slider.
Mound visit has worked from Coach McGrath. We'll see what Iowa elects to do now on the 2-2 pitch from Brecht to Janik. Here it comes. Fly ball into right field. Wilmas, does he have a beat on it? Yes, he does. Boy, I thought for a moment he lost it in the sun. He was shielding his eyes, but Ben makes the catch for the third out.
Yeah, there was a quick hand up there that I wondered if he had it.
All right, so a walk and the first hit of the game for Illinois, but no damage. Iowa leads 5-0. We'll bring you the top of the fourth right after this. This is Hawkeye Baseball from Learfield.
You become America's best-selling brand? Let's break it down. Innovative tech means smarter and safer driving. Intelligent all-wheel drive will keep you ready for anything. And built Ford tough trucks will always get the job done. Plus, come into your local Ford store today and get super low APR financing, big cash back, and great lease offers on Ford's full line of cars, trucks, and SUVs. That's Ford, and that's how you become America's best-selling brand. Sales claim based on calendar year sales.
American Equity salutes today's hero of the game. As a proud sponsor of the ongoing recognition of our military during Hawkeye games this season, please join American Equity in thanking all who have served our country. American Equity is more than just retirement savings and income products. They are committed to providing you best-in-class service and high-quality retirement income that helps deliver the independence to dream and reach your goals. To learn more about American Equity, please visit their website at american-equity.com.
University of Iowa has the healthcare for your University of Iowa Healthcare has the game plan for your same-day healthcare needs. If you need treatment for a common illness or minor injury, visit one of several UI Quick Care or Urgent Care locations throughout the Iowa City-Cedar Rapids corridor. Their care and expertise will help you get back in the game. UI Healthcare is proud to sponsor your Iowa Hawkeyes.
John Evans and John Leo at Illinois Field in Champaign. It's our pleasure to bring you Iowa Hawkeye baseball on this fine Saturday afternoon. Top of the fourth inning, Iowa leading 5-0. Illinois will bring in a new pitcher. This is a senior right-hander from Hastings, Minnesota. Spent some time at Bemidji State. They'll bring in Will Lavin.
16 appearances on the year. He's 3-1 with a 6 ERA. 18 innings, 22 hits, 13 runs. 12 of those are earned. 7 walks, 17 strikeouts. Opponents hitting him at .301 batting average. He'll throw a fastball and a slider. Fastball is going to be in the low 90s. It's going to have a little bit of movement, especially up in the zone. But he's another one of those guys that needs you to chase a little bit. So basically, if you decide fastball, decide slider, whatever your approach is, sit on it, try to fight the other ones off. And I think you probably sit fastball and try to drive that ball out into right field again, like Hawkeyes are stuck with so far.
Iowa's scored in every inning so far. 1 in the first, 1 in the second. Exploded for 3 in the third. It's 5-0 Iowa's. Ben Wilmas leads off the fourth for the black and gold. Lavin from the stretch only. The right-hander kicks and fires. Ben took it for a strike. It's 1-1.
We heard Coach Heller talk about this at breakfast this morning. He said, you know, if you want to make a run as a team, it can't be, hey, you have great at-bats for 12 outs or 15 outs. It's got to be 27 outs, and it's got to be from now till the end of the season to try to build that consistency. And yeah, you're going to make outs and you're going to have little dips and lulls, but it can't be innings long.
Breaking ball stayed high, 2-1. I think that's a really good time to bring up that point, John, because Iowa, the first couple of times through the order here, has had really good at bats, but it's not good enough right now just through 3.
Right, you hit it right on the head when you said they've scored in all 3 runs or all 3 innings, but you can't decide, hey, we've got Brody on the mound, 5's enough. Mm-hmm. go get 10, go get
leave
12,
no doubt.
Go get 12, and make sure that Illinois starts bringing in. Sorry, the guy in front's got the bucket of popcorn, and with as hard as the wind's blowing, he just shared it with a lot of people he didn't mean to share it with.
He lost quite a few off the top there. 2-1 is fouled back and into the mitt. 2-2 now. Lavin seems to throw pretty hard.
Well, again, it's not crazy firm. It's just in the low 90s, but it's going to have some movement on it. You got to be ready for.
2-2 check swing. Did Wilmas go? They said he did. On the appeal down to first base, Wilmas strikes out to start the Hawkeye fourth.
Chased the slider outside of the zone there. Didn't look like it from here, but I can't. Again, you can't see how far he really got going. Sometimes I'm surprised when you see a replay how far they really go through on that.
One out for Cade Moss. Struck out in the second inning. Didn't look like typical Cade in his first at-bat. We'll see if he returns to form this time. Takes downstairs for a ball.
And you've seen Iowa do a great job with their game plan on the starters. And then when the relievers come in, they haven't been as locked in and getting the quality at bat. So again, that's the test, and that's the move to the next level that Iowa needs to do.
Moss hits it on the ground to short. Hayza backhands, deep throw from the hole. Is in time to retire Cade.
He didn't bounce that one.
I think the first throw of the weekend, John. That wasn't in the turf, didn't force Westcott to lean forward to pick it. 2 outs for Andy Nelson.
Used all of Westcott's tall frame that time.
Yeah, immediately out of the hand, I thought the wind was going to help that sail away, and it did come out high, but Westcott able to grab it. 5-0 Iowa in the fourth. Here's Nelson. First pitch to Andy is a breaking ball. High outside corner of the zone. Strike one.
Haven't seen that called much this year. Forget today, this year.
We're getting late. 0-1 to Andy. Popped it up right side in front of the Iowa dugout. The wind will push it out of play. No balls and 2 strikes now on Andy. Nelson's 1 for 2 today. RBI single his last time up.
Gonna move Raider Tello again. Our third base umpire is worried about where Raiders stand in the on-deck circle again.
That's getting ridiculous in my opinion. He can't even take a practice swing from where he's at now. 0-2. Andy took it high, ball 1.
Well, Illinois in it. I mean, they don't have any sort of circle anywhere. There's not a movable one placed out there. There's not one built into the turf.
Nelson lines this into the right center field gap. It's going to burn everybody. It will be cut off by the center fielder. Nelson's around first, headed for second. It's going to be a double for Andy Nelson with 2 outs.
104 off the bat.
Crushing it today.
Yeah, it's so much fun to see him healthier running. I mean, it's just, he glides. We talked about that with like Connor Hennings, that there's an ease of movement when they take off running, and Andy certainly got that. Just puts a runner in scoring position and gives Raider Tello a chance.
Low line drive for Andy. Swept away from the center fielder. Now a chance for the Hawks to add to the lead. It's 5-0. Tello is the batter for the black and gold. 2 outs, and Nelson out there at second base.
And Andy Nelson's going to be able to get a giant lead, as Harding is not really holding him on, and Hayza is nowhere close.
1-0 pitch to Raider. Hit it foul over to the right. Off speed. Raider maybe just a touch out in front of it. Couldn't quite barrel it up. It's 1-1.
I don't know that Andy's going to want to just straight steal third, but wow, he's going to be able to get a lead to do it if he really wants to.
Kind of surprised that they're allowing that, aren't you? 1-1. Raider takes upstairs, ball 2. Is it bait, John? Are they? I don't know what they're doing, because that's somebody you have to pay attention to if you're the opponent.
Yeah, and in some ways you feel like, hey, just go get the hitter and don't worry about it. But
2-1 to Raider. That's in the dirt. Smothered by Schroeder. Nelson stays put.
But it's a ball like that. Any ball in the dirt that gets away from the catcher at all, with the secondary lead Andy has, he can get a long way out there.
See if Lavin gives something to hit for Rader here. 3 balls and a strike. Long pause, the kick and the fire. Upstairs, ball 4. Tello draws the walk. Some 2-out energy for Iowa in the 4th, with Davis Kopp circling behind the plate and making his way to the box.
I'd say you maybe kind of semi-intentionally walked him, but Kopp already has a home run, so I'm not sure that was Kopp, a home run and a double, so not sure that was entirely in the. They gave that infield pop-up a double?
I marked it as E3, John.
They gave it a double on the official scoring.
Davis is going to love that.
It's the nobody touched it theory. You have got to be kidding.
First and second with 2 outs. First pitch to Kopp. That bounced in front of the plate. Davis makes the proper decision to not try to Vlad Guerrero that.
I'm still stunned that I could pick at least 3 guys that I'd give that air to before I'd give Davis a double. And I love Davis and want his batting average to go up.
It's up to 317 now.
Rader was giving me grief about one of the other ones that I thought should have been an error on him.
1-0 to Kopp. That's low, ball 2. Let's take a look at how Illinois is playing Davis. I mean, the center fielder, Milton, is in the right center field gap.
Yeah, he's trying to protect the food trucks from yesterday.
Yeah, if Davis hits one on a line to left center and the wind pushes it to straightaway center, he could be running for days.
Yeah, if he basically line drives one mostly up the middle, maybe just shortstop side line drive up the middle, it will skate all the way to the wall and will witness Rader Tello's speed from first.
At what point, John, would Rader lose his lid?
Rounding second base.
Okay.
Because he would know at that point he's going to have to score, so he's got to get rid of it to
gotta go.
Aerodynamically sound.
2 balls and no strikes on Kopp. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. Off speed, Davis out in front. He was expecting something else.
And Rader, when you listen to this, make sure I got that right.
Rader, he's in charge of many of the playbacks on this broadcast. 2 balls and a strike on Kopp with 2 outs, 2 on for the Hawks. Here's the pitch. That's low. Good take from Davis, 3-1.
Really good take. We talked the last couple games about maybe swinging at pitches he shouldn't swing and give away some of his advantage, but right there, held up. Now, if he can see a pitch he likes, boy, now you can get that drive one back up the middle.
3-1 pitch to Davis. Line drive, that's on the ground, through into left field. Nelson's around third. He'll score, and it's an RBI single for Davis Kopp, who is now a triple away from the cycle.
And that was 110 off the bat. That's a fastball down and in. Went and just kind of dropped a golf swing on it and hammered it.
All with 2 outs here in this inning.
All with 2 outs.
That brings up Reese Moore, who's 2 for 2 today.
Number 32, Reese Moore.
6-0 Iowa in the top of the 4th. This is the response that the Hawks were looking for. Coach Heller has to be pleased so far. Keep it going. Keep the foot on the gas. First and second, 2 outs for Reese. Here's the pitch. Breaking ball for a strike. Upper part of the zone. That's fine.
Yeah, if he misses that a little bit more over the plate, then Reese can probably jerk that thing out. But on the black of the plate, he's going to have to just take it.
0-1, check swing. Ooh, didn't go, but called a strike.
Wow.
Way outside.
Maybe he thought he went, or maybe he just assumed he went.
All it takes is 1 here, Reese. No balls and 2 strikes. Lavin on the rubber. Staring contest with Tello at second base. Now brings his attention home. The 0-2. And Moore went around that time. Couldn't hold up. He strikes out. Iowa gets another run. 6-0 Hawks. We'll bring you the bottom of the 4th. Right after this is Hawkeye Baseball from Learfield.
Whether you're building a backyard fence for your family's new best friend or firing up the excavator for your next commercial project, a free and simple call can save you from expensive fines and even save your life. Call 811 at least 2 days before you start your next project to have underground utility lines located and marked. At Mid-American Energy, your safety is our #1 priority. So, make it your priority to call 811 before you dig. Paid for by the customers of Mid-American Energy.
So why do I need vaccinations?
If I don't get vaccinated, how sick can I get?
Can I get multiple vaccines at once?
What's done to make sure vaccines are safe?
It's important to address your concerns about vaccines. Just make sure you get answers from people you can trust. Ask your doctor or healthcare provider about vaccinations, because they know you and they'll always put your health first. A message from Iowa Department of Health and Human Services.
When corn grows fuel, Iowans win. Ethanol is a renewable fuel that's better for our environment, our health, and our wallets. Share your winning moments using hashtag IowансWin, and you could win even more from Iowa corn.
Bottom of the fourth inning in Champaign, Iowa out in front of Illinois, 6-0. Brody Brecht out for the fourth inning. Westcott, Valencius, Mormon will come to the plate for the Fighting Illini.
Let's see if Brody can get back into the groove he was in early. Actually, it wasn't a terrible inning last time. It was a really good at-bat from the 9-hitter and a fisted single. Made you feel a little itchy about it.
And all that action was with 2 outs for Illinois. So Brody's done a really nice job with this Illinois lineup a time through. We're getting through the second time. Brecht versus Westcott here. Westcott, the left-handed hitter. First pitch from Brody is downstairs. Iowa's pounded out 9 hits offensively. Brody's allowed just 1. 1-0 from Brecht is high and out, ball 2. Two-0 pitch is waved at and missed. Brody goes off speed, and I think Westcott was expecting something else.
Gives him the slider, and Westcott was on fastball timing. About hurt himself last night, corkscrewing himself into the ground too. Illinois does not get cheated.
2-1. That's high, ball 3.
They swing hard.
Yeah. Lightning quick through the zone with their bats. 91 home runs on the season. Tops in the Big Ten. 3-1 pitch from Brecht. That's inside, ball 4. The leadoff walk for Illinois in the 4th. Second walk issued to the game for Brody. He's allowed just 1 hit. Vitas Valencius is up now. Right-handed hitter, 290 on the season. He struck out in the second inning. Short lead at first base for Westcott. The pitch is hit on the ground to short. Michael snags it off the turf, steps on second base, throws it over to first for the double play. You bet.
Well, that's as good as it gets right there. Slider roped up the middle. Michael Seegers ranges over, picks it up, says, I got this, Gable. Just get out of the way.
That's a way to erase the walk. 2 outs for Mormon. Everything going right for Iowa today. They're generating the success themselves.
And they're not waiting for breaks. They're making their own. And when Illinois gives them anything, they've taken advantage.
Brody fires a slider in there to Mormon for a strike. Brody struck him out in the second. Brecht with 5 strikeouts through 3 2/3. Quickly back on the rubber and ready for the 0-1 pitch on its way home to Mormon. Missed high and out. 1-1 now.
And Brody will gladly sacrifice 2 strikeouts for 2 outs there.
Absolutely.
On 1 pitch.
Yes. This is pitch number 62 of the outing from Brecht. The 1-1. Lined into right field, slicing towards Wilmas. Ben has it for the 3rd out. And a de facto 1-2-3 inning for Brecht in the 4th. Keeps Illinois off the scoreboard. 6-0 Iowa. We'll bring you the 5th right after this. This is Hawkeye Baseball from Learfield.
Even the simplest act can set a chain of good in motion. Like choosing Delta Dental of Iowa for your dental and vision insurance. Because we invest in your community. So whether you get your plan at work or purchase it through us, you make a difference for others. Visit sharinghealthysmiles.com and choose Delta Dental for your smile, for your health, and for your community.
American Equity salutes today's hero of the game. As a proud sponsor of the ongoing recognition of our military during Hawkeye games this season, please join American Equity in thanking all who have served our country. American Equity is more than just retirement savings and income products. They are committed to providing you best-in-class service and high-quality retirement income that helps deliver the independence to dream and reach your goals. To learn more about American Equity, please visit their website at american-equity.com.
At the game or at home, Wilmas premium quality hot dogs and sausages will score with family and friends. Take the highest quality beef and pork, and you get the best tasting hot dog. Wilmas, the official hot dog of the Hawkeyes. So you've got your day job with sports information with the Hawkeyes, and one of your sports is track. So what happened yesterday at the Big Ten Championships?
Yeah, major day for the throws program for Iowa. Mike Stein, the javelin thrower for the Hawks.
He threw the spear a long, long ways.
He did. Fear the spear. 81.19 meters to win the Big Ten Championship, set a meet record, school record, qualified for the Olympic trials.
Did I see second in the country this year?
That's right. That's right. Second in the country for Stein, who opened outdoor season with the best mark in the upper 70s, but just a monster throw for Mike. Just really happy for him and throws coach Ray Robinson at the Big Ten Championships. The men's hammer throw is another highlight. Austin Bush finished fourth for Iowa. So a really nice day at the track. They're picking it up with some more running events today. They've qualified a handful for the finals in Ann Arbor. Jack Bacon's doing a nice job with the coverage of that this weekend.
The Baconator.
The Bacon King. The Baconator, yes. And so that's in Ann Arbor. They're busy up there at Michigan. Baseball and track going on. Their softball team's in the championship game in Iowa City. Here in Champaign, Iowa leads 6-0 in the top of the fifth. Gable Mitchell's the batter. 3 balls and a strike on Gable.
Yeah, you're talking about weather. For maybe that's what screwed up the Maryland-Boston College series, and they've been sitting in the bottom through 7 for a long time, so they must have some issue up there.
Mitchell swings at the 3-1, lifts it high in the air to left. Valencius is underneath it. He caught it for the first out. Unfortunate for Gable there. He had been in control of that at bat.
Yeah, and really got a fastball up. It was in the middle of the plate. He wasn't on fastball timing, and so he was late and missed it. So if you're going to go, be ready to go. Hit that home run again.
That's right. Here comes Seegers, 0 for 2 with a strikeout today. First pitch to Michaels across for a strike. Michael batting .264 right now, the veteran shortstop. One of the leaders of this team. Trying to get hot down the home stretch. Here's the 0-1 to Michael. Breaking ball. He got a good look at that. Went right by his eyes.
So he's had a ball over his head. He's had a ball behind him. At least he got his bat down and didn't let it hit his bat.
That's right. One is up and in for another ball. 2 balls and 1 strike. Lavin, the pitcher for Illinois. He's the first out of the bullpen for the Fighting Illini today.
You know, here's the stat for you. Coach Heller talking about Iowa needs to get the leadoff guy on to be successful.
Outside corner, strike 2.
Any guess what Iowa is today?
Well, we're in the...
You just looked at your sheet.
Yeah, I was looking at the inning. We're in the 5th. 3.
0 for 5.
0 for 5.
0 for 5.
2-2. Michael hits on the ground through into right field. In between the first baseman and second baseman, Michael has his first hit of the weekend.
Good job going with that fastball there. 90 miles an hour away from him. 96 through the 3-4 hole, and the Hawks are rallying again with 1 out.
Okay, so you don't have the leadoff hitter on in this inning, but you do get Michael on with less than 2 outs. What do you think about running?
Number 42.
Wouldn't hate it if you can get a good lead on him, but we know Lavin's decent to the plate. Both Illinois catchers throw well, so you're not going to have anything easy there.
Try a pickoff move over to first base. Michael dives back in.
Schroeder sitting at 60%, so pretty darn good.
First pitch to Will. Breaking ball that dropped in for a strike. 0-1.
Yeah, Iowa's been opportune with runners on base. 3 for 6 so far, 3 for 5 with runners in scoring position, and 5 for 8 with 2 outs. So start a little earlier would be great, though.
Wolfler scoops this in the air down the right side of the field and foul out of play. No balls and 2 strikes on Wolfler. Got tied up on that inside pitch.
Yeah, it's a good breaking ball inside part of the plate. Now we'll have to fight him off a little bit here.
Oh-2. That's high. 1-2. Ballpark plays small here. 330 down both lines. 400 to straightaway center. But John, you and I were both walking in the outfield before the game today. It's big. It does feel big.
It feels big. It's basically Banks Field dimensions, but
1-2 to Wolfler, slapped it foul over to the right. We'll do it again.
But it's arranged in such a way that the spring wind blows out, as opposed to Banks where the spring wind blows in, and obviously Big Ten baseball plays in the spring, and so Illinois hitters can catch a little bit of a break, and the ball, it sits down a little bit, so there's a little bit of sneak to the wind.
Michael takes off. The 1-2 is high. The throw goes into center field. Michael pops up, but he will stay at second base. It was a good-looking pitch from Lavin, but Wolfler took it high for a ball.
It was right at the top of the strike zone, and boy, that throw was launched. That was
wind.
As soon as he threw that, it was like, that never has a chance.
Yeah. And from our vantage point, we could see it. The second baseman, Harding, didn't give much effort towards it. Now Seager's in scoring position. 2 balls, 2 strikes on Wolfler. The pitch grounded to short. Haza picks it up, throws it across for the out. Seegers has to stay at second.
Let's stay on that for just a second, because that actually saves a run. By Harding not reacting, Seager slides headfirst into second base and doesn't know where the ball is. If Harding reacts and starts to chase it right away, Seegers might be able to get up and go, and then Seegers is going to score on that ground out. So right. I mean,
it worked out for him. I'm going
to give Harding a little credit that, as a fifth year, and especially a high quality middle infielder. Oof.
Ben Wilmas in the box takes a pitch way inside for a strike.
I'm going to give him credit that he might have meant some of that, because what is he going to do? He's not going to chase it down.
Yeah. No balls and a strike on Wilmas with 2 outs. Ben takes off the plate away from him, 1-1.
Think about where they played Davis Kopp and now how they're having Ben Wilmas. And I've seen Ben hit as many balls to right center field as Davis does.
Very strange. They've played Ben straight up now. The 1-1 to Wilmas. He went through the zone and comes up empty. 1-2, pitch in the dirt. Ben didn't have a good read on that one.
Now, and again, you're not going to be perfect. Now you have to kind of wipe that away. Recognize that you're probably going to see that pitch again, because he got you chasing once, so he's not going to be afraid to come back to it.
1 ball and 2 strikes with Seegers at second base. Here's the pitch. Wilmas takes high and out. Ball 2. Iowa's scored in every inning.
Oh, I thought about saying it, but decided not to.
But with 2 outs, little bit of a risk here. A base hit would help the cause. The 2-2 is hit foul over to the right. 6-0 Iowa in the 5th. Brody getting plenty of rest in the dugout during this inning. Felt like a lengthy inning, hasn't it?
Really has. I mean, even... I'm not sure what they're arguing about now.
2-2 to Ben. That hit him in the shoulder. Ouch. Ends up in the Iowa dugout off the ricochet.
Taking 2 up there.
You know, it's been interesting, John, to your point about hearing the chatter from the fans. There's a select group of people here that chirp the Illinois players.
Well,
and they're not Iowa fans.
We heard that yesterday, that Mitch Bowe told us that there was a group down the third base line that was just working Crowder yesterday.
And we had thought, too, offensively for Illinois, when they hit their home runs, they're really fired up as they're rounding the bases, and they'd been turning around if they turned the corner at first base, and I'm thinking, man, they're directed at our dugout? No, but it was people down the right field line, too.
Yeah, there was somebody there. Now, there were a couple guys that got under some of Iowa's players' skins. I know the Iowa pitching staff was getting worked over pretty good, especially early, and one of the guys they made mad was Brody Breck, which might not always be a great plan, but
it's a choice, like we like to say.
It's a choice.
Here's Cade Moss with 2 on and 2 out. No balls and a strike on Moss. The pitch from Lavin is upstairs for a ball.
But yeah, it's a really...
So who are these people?
It's an equal opportunity, and maybe that's just hey, we're just trying to help you get tougher. We're going to work you over.
Coach Heller was sharing his stories and his experiences. His coaching tour, whether it was at UNI or Indiana State, some of the places that he's been in the Missouri Valley, hearing from the fans and in his career.
Well, and especially the length of time. There were things that aren't politically correct anymore
That's right.
that used to happen.
2 balls and a strike on Moss with 2 on and 2 out. The pitch. Cade reached for it and knocked it foul over to the right.
Yeah, unfortunately got fooled a little bit there. That ball off the plate.
I think Coach is taking too much chirp this weekend. He was called an old-timer, though, yesterday, and he was laughing about that. 2 balls and 2 strikes on Moss, trying to keep the inning alive. Here's the pitch to Cade. Swing and a miss. Chase the high heater for the 3rd out. Iowa leaves a couple of runners on base in the 5th. 6-0 Iowa. We're back after this. This is Hawkeye Baseball from Learfield.
Nestled on the rolling greens of the iconic Finkbine Golf Course, Bumps Restaurant is open to the public year-round. Whether you're swinging by after a round of golf or just in the neighborhood, Bumps is your go-to spot for scrumptious sandwiches, shareable appetizers, and mouth-watering pizzas. Quench your thirst with our selection of local craft beers, or let our full bar serve you a refreshing cocktail to toast to your game, or just because it's 5 o'clock somewhere. Our happy hour from 2 to 6 p.m. is the perfect 19th hole. Be sure to follow us on Facebook and Instagram to catch our latest daily specials. And here's a little insider secret just for our radio listeners. Thursdays are not to be missed at Bumps Restaurant. It's BOGO Happy Hour. Buy one, get one free on select beverages from our happy hour menu. Whether you're a diehard golfer or just love a great meal with a view, Bumps Restaurant at Finkbine Golf Course is your destination. We're currently open Wednesday through Saturday. Swing on by today. Bumps at Finkbine Golf Course. Great food, great drinks, and the best views in town. See you at Bumps.
Today's game is brought to you by Bud Light, proud sponsor of Hawkeye Athletics. Easy to drink, easy to enjoy.
Beautiful day for baseball this Saturday afternoon. Temps in the low 70s, a little bit of a breezy day, but the sun is out. Finally feels like baseball weather. We're getting closer to summer in the Midwest. Good news to report so far in Champaign, Iowa, leading Illinois 6-0 in the bottom of the 5th. Fighting Illini will bring Schroeder, Harding, and Quagliano to the plate in this inning as Brody Brecht is out for another inning of work.
Good quick inning last time with a double play to help him out in there. After having to work a little bit more in the 3rd, had a relatively easy 4th. See if he can continue that trend here in the 5th.
62 pitches for Brody through 4. Pretty good. That 3rd inning threw a few too many for his liking.
I refuse to engage you in that because every time we do, something bad happens.
Okay. Fine. Schroeder's up first. Brody struck him out in the second inning.
Minnesota has scored in every inning. It's 19-3 in the bottom of the seventh.
My goodness. Strike one from Brecht, over the top with the fastball. Good start on Schroeder. 19-3 and still going, huh?
And still going. Chance to put up a smooth 20 spot here.
Wow. 0-1 from Brecht, stayed high, 1-1. How many hits do they have? Has that been a
16? So it's not like they've walked it. I mean, not like a couple of weird ones. Michigan State does have a couple errors as well. So there's some free bases in there. I don't think you get to 19 without them.
Yeah. 1-1 is a good looking pitch, but missed low. 2-1.
Did it though? Brody fooled the umpire with a fastball.
I think he might be onto something there, John. 2 balls and a strike on Schroeder, the Illini catcher. Swing and a miss. Evens the count. Goes back to the slider.
Fooled Schroeder on a slider.
Yeah. Brody hasn't had a strikeout since the third inning. In position to get one here. 2 balls and 2 strikes. The wind and the fire. Swing and a miss. Back in the strikeout category. Schroeder 0 for 2 now with a couple of those.
I see what you did there.
Teed it up.
Teed it up perfectly. I think that was just a firm slider. It's the other thing with Brody too. He's varied the speed on that slider a little bit. Kind of ranged it from mid 80s to just below 90 or right at 90.
Now batting number 2.
And Harding is the one that probably has hit the ball the hardest off of him so far. So
he grounded out to Mitchell, who had to make a nice play in shallow right the last time. Righty on lefty matchup now. First pitch from Brody is on the outer edge for a strike.
And that's the, talk about the choice. Stacking your lineup with righties against Brody is a choice.
Not been a good one for many teams this year. Same spot, same result. 0-2.
Splitter out there that time. Fastball 96 dots the black, maybe a little off of it. It throws the splitter in the same spot.
Brody in control. Here comes the 0-2 to Harding. Dropped it down and in. Decent spot from Brody. Called a ball 1-2.
Yeah, that's a good take because that's a splitter coming back across the plate, diving in.
Brody taking an extended pause here. The 1-2. Hit on the ground again to the right side. Off the bat of Harding. Mitchell has it. He'll throw it to first base to get the second out.
Not hit nearly as firmly that time. Gable had plenty of time to get over and get in front of it.
Harding was kind of jogging down the line there, and so Gable could take all the time that he needed to get Harding for the second out.
I don't think he was going to beat it out, but there was certainly not full bust coming out of the box on that one.
Yeah. 2 outs for Quagliano in the 5th. Iowa leading 6-0. He goes back to the slider and missed away from the right-handed third baseman.
Start time listed was wrong. Indiana and Nebraska just getting started now.
Yeah, that's strange because swing and a miss there, 1-1. I had seen 3 o'clock first pitch, so then you mentioned 7. I thought, oh boy, they must have had a weather delay, and now they've gone back to what would have been 4:30.
And sometimes this site's not caught up with the start times, and especially as they get wiggled around.
1-1 from Brecht on the outside corner, strike 2, 1-2 now.
Whether it's for TV or weather or whatever, especially if it's weather, because that can, obviously we've lived through that plenty to know. You don't always know when you're going to start.
Speaking of TV, tomorrow's game will be televised. 3 o'clock first pitch on the Big Ten Network. 1-2 pitch from Brecht is outside. Brody took a tumble, lost his footing on the delivery, and that pitch was close enough. Somehow he still executed an 80-mile-an-hour slider that was just outside. Looks like Brody's okay.
I wish I could stumble, fall down, and throw at 80 miles an hour.
And still be
relatively accurate.
Yes.
Didn't send that into the Iowa dugout.
2 balls, 2 strikes with 2 outs. Brecht from the windup takes his time. Here's the pitch to Quagliano. Called third strike. Brecht with the punch out. His 7th of the game. And he retires the Illini in order in the 5th. 6-0 Iowa. We're back after this. This is Iowa Baseball on the Hawkeye Radio Network from Learfield.
Hi, I'm Gary Dolphin, and if you want your home to be exceptionally comfortable during these cold Iowa winters and hot, humid summers, you need to turn to Dave Lennox and your local Lennox home comfort specialist. Lennox has been serving Iowa consumers since 1895, when Dave Lennox built his first furnace in Marshalltown, and Lennox is still building its high-efficiency furnaces and air conditioners there today. For the best home comfort system you can buy, it's Lennox and your local Lennox dealer. Lennox and the Hawkeyes. Now there's a winning combination.
How do you become America's best-selling brand? Let's break it down. Innovative tech means smarter and safer driving. Intelligent all-wheel drive will keep you ready for anything. And built Ford tough trucks will always get the job done. Plus, come into your local Ford store today and get super low APR financing, big cash back, and great lease offers on Ford's full line of cars, trucks, and SUVs. That's Ford, and that's how you become America's best-selling brand. Sales claim based on calendar year sales.
Iowa leading Illinois 6-0 as we get to the 6th inning. Some fireworks in between that inning as Illinois' head coach Dan Hartleb has been tossed. He's been ejected from today's game, arguing balls and strikes, not happy with home plate umpire Clint Wheeler, and there was some jawing back and forth. Wheeler, the umpire, had issued a warning right away at the beginning of the break in between innings and said, hey, no more. And Hartleb wanted to give a little bit more, and Wheeler tossed him from the game, which sent Hartleb out of the dugout to a sprint to the third baseline to talk with the third base umpire, Grady Smith, who was holding him back from the home plate umpire, Wheeler. And so some significant fireworks in between innings there as Hartleb has been ejected from the game. Iowa leading 6-0 in the 6th. Top of the order, Andy Nelson will lead things off. Hartleb did not like the strike 3 call of Quagliano, a slider that was in the zone from Brecht. Nelson swings and hits it on the ground to short. Haza has it. He throws it across for the first out of the inning.
Step away for a half split second. I missed that.
You missed the fireworks, John.
Darn it.
And now the fans are certainly edgy.
Gonna help the umpire.
Not pleased with the strike zone today.
Was it in the zone?
It was in the zone. It was one of those sliders that was up and away, but in the zone. Probably that top, middle, and up a bit.
All right.
Been called a strike today. I was explaining there was a warning that was issued early on, right away as we got into the break. Yeah, and the fans are going to hate that one. Rader took it high. That was out of the zone. Brody's pitch was better than that. I'll say that.
This could get fun.
Might need to watch the crowd mic here now, John. 1-1 to Tello outside, ball 2.
Oh, jeez, come on.
That's exactly where the strikeout was.
It's 4 balls outside.
I can tell you, John, you have the data. It wasn't quite like that. There's a low strike, 2-2 on Tello now. A sarcastic cheer from the Illinois fans.
I'm going to have to be careful here.
Yes. We can hear them. They can probably hear us.
That's not why I'm going to have to be careful.
2-2, Rader fouled it off. You can't resist. I know you want to say whatever you want to say.
Sarcasm's a second language of mine. I might be more fluent than that than I am in English, and so there's nothing I can say sarcastically that's not going to have Corey Sheets ring me up down the road.
2-2 is up and in. That's a good one, John.
I do not want an official letter from Corey and Gabe.
3 balls and 2 strikes on Tello. Here's the pitch. Rader crushed it to left center field. That's in the gap, and that is down. 1 hops off the top of the wall. Rader has a 1-out double to the left center gap as he salsas into second base.
105 off the bat. I'll give you full credit for that one, Rader. That was demolished. Hit it to the wrong side of the field with the way the wind's blowing today, but a little elevation and crushed out there. And the Hawks, after going out 0 for 6 with the leadoff hitter, get another guy in scoring position with 1 out.
That brings up Davis Kopp. Iowa leading 6-0 in the top of the 6th.
Are they trash talking Davis Kopp? I know Davis has a home run, right? And a double.
The triple away from the cycle. We'll see if Davis can accomplish that feat. Takes strike 1 on the inside corner.
Okay, I've given Rader Tello just a ton of grief about speed. If Davis Kopp figures out how to make a triple here,
where could he hit it, John?
He's gonna have to just kind of duck hook one into the left-hand corner.
Hits it on the ground left side. Hayes a sliding stop from the hole at short and a good throw over to first. Tip your cap there. That's a good play.
My goodness, he's good. Holy cow! Just the quickness that he gets rid of the ball. And that throw was right on the money. You gave him some grief yesterday about having to make a bunch of scoops, but that ball was quick. I mean, he slid down to a knee, kind of braced himself into that slide, and then just fired it over to Westcott. Just never a doubt.
Trying to think of the shortstops that we've seen in the league. Thinking of a better one than Haza right now. Kuroda Grauer at Rutgers was a very good hitter, but didn't necessarily do anything to raise our eyebrows defensively.
He didn't raise mine because I was in Hawaii.
You were under the sun in Hawaii.
Yeah, I mean, Ohio State, Michigan, Purdue, none of those guys stand out. I'm not saying any of them were bad players.
That's right.
But the number of plays that Hayes has made have just been really, really good.
No balls and 1 strike, rather 1 ball and 1 strike on Reese Moore with 2 outs. Tello at second base. Iowa on top 6-0 in the 6th. Pitch to Reese, swing and a miss. Chase that. 1-2 now.
Yeah, he's chased both off-speed things. So, again, kind of go back to how are they trying to get you out, Reese? I know he hammered a fastball earlier, which also should remind him, oh, yeah, they're probably not going to give that to me a ton.
Well, you've been right in your analysis since then. It's been a lot of change-ups, a lot of off-speed. The 1-2, grounded up the middle. Hayes is there, the shortstop. Throws it on the run over to first base to get Moore for the 3rd out. A double from Tello, but he is stranded. 6-0 Iowa in the 6th. We're back in a moment. This is Hawkeye Baseball from Learfield.
Brown Deer Golf Club offers a pure golf experience. Manicured bent grass fairways with tees and greens carved into gracefully rolling landscape. Challenging, yet extremely playable. Improve your game with PGA instruction and our full-service pro shop. Treat yourself to Bunker's Bar and Grill for lunch or dinner. And our scenic Greenview Banquet Room is perfect for weddings or any special event. Brown Deer Golf Club, a stunning country club setting at affordable public rates.
Tickets are on sale now for the Hy-Vee IndyCar Race Weekend Concert Series. Saturday, July 13th, see Luke Combs and Eric Church. And Sunday, July 14th, see Post Malone and Kelsey Ballerini live in concert. 1 ticket per day gets you into a race and 2 concerts. Tickets on sale now at HyVeeIndyCarWeekend.com.
As a proud sponsor of the Iowa Hawkeyes, U.S. Cellular wants you to make the most of today by choosing game day traditions first and scrolling later. U.S. Cellular, built for us.
Bottom of the 6th inning in Champaign. Iowa out in front 6-0 on the Illini. It'll be 9-1 and 2. Milton, Haza, and Janik coming to the plate for Illinois. Brody is through 5 innings. He's allowed 1 hit. He's struck out 7. Just 2 walks for Brecht, and he sits at 76 pitches. That's quality run support with 6 runs produced by the Iowa offense today.
The other mostly Hawkeye news, Spencer Lee qualifies for the Olympics today. Chance to win a title tonight.
Had a chance, had a tough bout with the #1 seed from China. Everybody else made quick work of them. Under a minute, and I think every single one of those.
Yes. I think his combined total was 1.5 minutes of wrestling with those guys. And the math might have gotten funky with that I saw in total, but he was under 2 minutes for those 3 matches for sure.
Brecht versus Milton here, and Brody out in front early, 0-2 after a swing and a miss and a foul ball there.
Yeah, fastball so far. See if he screws him in the ground with a slider or if he goes ahead and throws the splitter.
(0-2) from Brody. That's in the dirt.
Threw him the slider.
He spiked the slider. Brody gets back in the zone on the 1-2 pitch to Connor Milton, the center fielder for Illinois.
He had a great at-bat last time.
Just outside with the fastball from Brody. 2-2 now. Maybe that zone
maybe it
tighten
worked.
Up a little bit.
Yeah, maybe it worked. Ball's off the plate, but it's been pretty close to a strike all day.
2 balls and 2 strikes. The pitch from Brecht. Swing and a miss. No doubt about that one. 8th strikeout of the game for Brody. Is out #1 in the 6th.
That almost set up that pitch perfectly as Brody threw the same tunnel, but then threw the slider instead. And Milton didn't recognize it out of the hand and ended up chasing over it.
Hawkeyes have been phenomenal.
Number 13, Cal.
It's as the team goes, as Brody goes. It seems like when he is in control, in command, everybody elevates their game offensively and behind him defensively. Slider that stayed high. Ball 1 to Heza, the top of the order. Which would make sense when you're a fielder. You notice the confidence on the mound. That should transfer over. 1 ball, no strikes. The pitch from Brecht is outside, ball 2.
I think the crowd expected that to be called a strike, and they were ready to complain. Heza really crowding the plate. Back foot right on the back line and on the inside line. Left foot's a little open.
Brody misfires low and out and has fallen behind Heza. 3 balls and no strikes. Brody can start to come all the way back now. .30 from Brody is high and out. That's a 4-pitch walk. To the top of the Illinois order, Heza.
He changed his walk-up music there.
Did he?
He did. It wasn't Carrie Underwood.
Now Heza's the stolen base threat for Illinois. If they were considering running, he's 8 for 11 this season.
I don't know how energetic you're going to be down 6-0.
1 out for Janik. Brody trying to find his way back into the zone. He missed there outside.
Minnesota gets 2 more in the bottom of the 8th, so they score in every inning, lead 21-3. Michigan State got that, oh, by the way, field goal.
That's right. Football score. 1-0 pitch from Brody. That's a cross for a strike, 1-1. Mitchell and Seegers pinched in the middle a bit. Pickoff move to first base. Brody got that over there in a hurry. Not in time. One from Brecht is lined, caught by Seegers at shortstop. 2 down. Finally, Michael gets one of those where it's not over his head. We've seen it all season.
Yeah, just a little bit off the end of the bat. Siegs was able to go up and make a play.
Hazel was right around the bag at first.
Yeah, good base running there to not over anticipate. He was able to get back easily.
Number 34, Drake Westcott.
2 outs for Drake Westcott, the powerful left-handed hitter. Brecht from the stretch, kicks and fires, swing and a miss.
Are they trashing Westcott there?
Yeah, so that's the same voice that I've heard talking about Iowa players as well as Illinois players.
So it's just we've got a social media human out there.
Here's a ground ball right side. Mitchell dives for it. It's through into right field for a 2-out single for Westcott. Second hit of the game for the Illini.
Stuck with the splitter there, and that was down and in, but that's Westcott's nitro zone, down and in, so he was able to get it past Mitchell. 102 off the bat.
Now batting number 28, Vitas Valencias.
Vitas Valencias comes up 0 for 2 today. 2 runners on for him. Iowa leading 6-0 in the 6th. First pitch is a fastball high and out.
Just like the third inning, kind of need to finish this up and keep Illinois' interest level, particularly the fans' interest level, down there.
Yeah, they're pretty much out of it as a whole. A couple individuals making some noise. Mound visit from Cade Moss.
Another really good crowd, though.
Yeah, outstanding. The free admission helps. But, even without that, though, I think, you'd still have an outstanding crowd here in this weekend. Top-ranked team in the Big Ten, great weather.
You think senior day, a lot of good stuff here. Park one. Like, it's just that easy off Brody. I'm not saying he can't do it, but...
Quite the concept. 1 ball, no strikes on Valencias. The pitch from Brecht. Oh, he might have, John. Brushed it to left. A mistake from Brody, and a home run has made it 6-3, and the crowd is back in it now.
That is a 113 exit velo. Ball goes 413. Hung a slider. Actually, it wasn't a terrible location. It was inside, but it was belt high. And you went from you can't hit him to, oh boy, you can. And now let's see how Brody responds, and more importantly, how Iowa responds as a whole.
6-3. And that does not feel so good right now. 3-run home run from Valencias. First pitch swinging is Mormon. He skies it in the air to right. Wilmas is sprinting forward. Ben caught it for the 3rd out. Illinois on the board in the 6th. Iowa still holding a 6-3 lead. Need to get some offense going again. The Iowa offense has stalled out the last couple of innings. We'll bring you the 7th right after this. This is Hawkeye Baseball from Learfield.
About this new type of television experience from Epson? It's called the Epic Vision Ultra Laser Projection TV. It combines a new type of laser projection technology along with a unique Epson Silverflex screen to produce an epic 120-inch 4K Pro UHD picture that's up to 4 times bigger than a traditional 60-inch TV. There's no better way to watch live sports, and watching Iowa basketball play live on this big bright TV is simply awesome. If you're a sports fanatic like me, you need to check this new Epson TV out for yourself. Visit Epson.com/TV to learn more.
Get a great offer on the stylish HR-V or the Honda Civic, which Car and Driver called fun to drive. Honda, the brand named Kelley Blue Book's KBB.com Best Value Brand for 2023. For a limited time, well-qualified buyers can get a 3.9% APR on a 2024 Honda Civic or HR-V.
So see your Central Midwest Honda dealer today. Honda gets the Midwest.
See dealer for financing details. Exclude Civic SI and Type R car and driver January 2023 based on 2023 brand image words from Kelley Blue Book. Visit KBB.com for more information.
Iowa leading Illinois 6-3 in the top of the 7th. Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification. This is Iowa Hawkeye Baseball.
For a taste of unique flavors you'll love, stop by Molly's Cupcakes in downtown Iowa City for homemade cupcakes, cookies, cakes, bars, and coffee drinks. Molly's Cupcakes is a proud supporter of the Iowa Hawkeyes.
Well, some new life for Illinois on the 3-run home run in the bottom of the 6th. We'll see how Iowa responds offensively. Need to get back into the scoring column after being held out of it the 5th and the 6th inning. 6-3 Iowa with the lead. New pitcher into the game for Illinois is a right-handed sophomore from LaSalle, Illinois. This is Julius Sanchez.
6 appearances on the year, 9.53 ERA, 5 2/3, 6 hits, 7 runs, 6 of those are earned, 2 walks, 7 strikeouts. Opponent's hitting .250. He's also hit a couple guys. Fastball is going to be in the low to mid 90s. He'll throw a slider off that. Hasn't really had a ton of success landing the off-speed stuff, but in conference he's been pretty good. 3 innings with 4 strikeouts. So Iowa hasn't given up a hit or anything in conference, so needs some patience, and Iowa's been able to get a guy to second, but hasn't been able to get him in the last couple innings.
Gable Mitchell get the first look at him. Gable takes a strike on the outside corner. Need a response here offensively.
Need to start putting some pressure back on the Illini.
I feel like the crowd's back into it, and they're within striking distance, so whenever Brody's day is done, probably feel confident in their ability against the bullpen. Inside to Mitchell, 1-1.
It was a better pitch than the one he called a strike.
Third baseman Quagliano even with the bag. I don't think that should deter Gable from considering a bunt maybe here. 1-1 to Mitchell. Ground ball right side. Second baseman Harding is charging hard. He gloves it and throws it to first. 1 away.
So
again, the leadoff hitter retired.
Yeah, 0 for 7 today. That Maryland-Boston College game in 7 was a final, so since they had a scheduled doubleheader, they just played 2 7-inning games.
Okay, Maryland win that one?
Maryland wins that one, lead 4-2, top of the 5th in the second game.
What's Boston College like? Are they any good?
8-19 in the ACC, 21-25 overall.
All right. Michael Seegers is the batter for Iowa now, takes one up and in.
But I think it's another one of those, because they play in the ACC, the RPI is going to be pretty good, and so it's actually a good series for Maryland.
Outside ball 2 to Michael.
Yeah, RPI of 75, and you're playing it in Massachusetts, so
Boston College plays a few games at Fenway, or at least early on. I noticed that about a month ago. There's strike 1 to Seegers. Michael's 1 for 3 this afternoon. Top of the 7th, 6-3 Iowa out in front. 2 balls and a strike on Michael. Sanchez comes set. The right-hander kicks and fires. Michael hits it weakly on the ground, left side. Sanchez gloves it from the mound. Throw to first is in time. Athletic play by Sanchez off the mound for the second out.
Yeah, that was it's a pretty strong play there. And the Hawks at risk of not having any half answer to the 3 spot that Illinois put up.
42, Will Mulfleur.
2 up, 2 down. Mulfleur gets a crack at it. He's 1 for 3 as well today. Righty on righty matchup. First pitch from Sanchez. Mulfleur takes downstairs and in right at the shoelaces. Ball 1.
Boy, and that 6th inning was a walk, an infield single. and a demolition ball.
Yeah. Wolfler takes high for ball 2.
Minnesota finishes up Michigan State 21-3.
No run rule in that one.
Not on a Saturday game. Only on the travel days.
Unfortunately for Michigan State.
Yeah, would have saved Michigan State 6 outs.
2 balls and 1 strike on Wolfler in the 7th. Iowa up by 3. Here's the pitch to Will. That's outside for ball 3. Good take.
Ever since the Illinois head coach got tossed, it changed the momentum, and
Wolfler nicked it foul, 3-2. It's injected some life into him somehow, and that's typically how it goes. Not necessarily by design to get ejected from a game, but there's something about a coach ejection that rallies the troops.
Oh, I think he designed it once he got out there. I think that was the plan.
Yeah. Full count pitch to Wolfler. Here it is. Ground ball right side. Harding is there. Fields it and throws it cleanly to first base. Iowa goes down 1-2-3 in the 7th, holding a 3-run lead over Illinois. Time to stretch things out in Champaign.
Hey, Hawk fans, it's time for the Blue Bunny 7th inning stretch. You know what to do. Get up, stretch those legs, and go enjoy the best 7th inning stretch tradition of all, Blue Bunny ice cream. Blue Bunny is a proud supporter of the Hawkeyes and the 7th inning stretch. And this is Hawkeye Baseball from Learfield.
The big game. Family. Friends. We know you count on Alliant Energy to deliver the safe, reliable energy you need, whether you're watching the game, cooking your famous burgers, or leaving a light on for loved ones. For us, it means going beyond the expected to make sure we're planning for the energy you need today and tomorrow. That way you can keep your eye on the ball and focus on what's most important to you. Find out more at alliantenergy.com/poweringbeyond.
So do I need vaccinations?
If I don't get vaccinated, how sick can I get?
Can I get multiple vaccines at once?
What's done to make sure vaccines are safe?
It's important to address your concerns about vaccines. Just make sure to get answers from people you can trust. Ask your doctor or healthcare provider about vaccinations, because they know you and they'll always put your health first. A message from the Iowa Department of Health and Human Services.
Feel the excitement as NASCAR returns to the Iowa Speedway with Powerball in the Iowa Lottery. Add the double play bonus to your Powerball ticket for your chance to win exclusive NASCAR prizes. See complete rules and details at ialottery.com/VIP.
All right, have a ball game on our hands now in the bottom of the 7th. Iowa leading Illinois 6-3. Schroeder, Harding, and Quagliano come to the plate for the Fighting Illini. Brody has fired 6 innings, given up 3 hits, 3 earned. He's walked 3, struck out 8.
Number 8, Jacob Schroeder.
All right, here we go. Schroeder to lead it off. He's 0 for 2 today with a couple of strikeouts. Brody from the windup is ready. First pitch is across for a strike, and a good start from Brecht on the mound. Oh, 1, he left it high. Schroeder watched it go by, 1-1.
After a good fastball dots the outside, and the slider stayed up.
One swing and a miss.
Challenged him with 97 right in the center of the plate.
Now Brody can throw it in that same tunnel and put some movement on it and really fool Schroeder. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Here's the pitch from Brody. Just off the plate. Outside, maybe a touch low, 2-2. How didn't he swing at that?
Boy, that, because he couldn't hit it.
Man.
97 just dotted up the outside part of the plate, right at the knees, but didn't get the call.
Here comes the 2-2. Swing and a miss, and that's a hat trick. Schroeder with 3 strikeouts today.
Shaking his head as he walks back to the dugout as he got the slider there right at the bottom of the zone, swung right over the top of it.
Big first out for Brody to quiet things down and have Brody Harding come to the plate. 0 for 2 with a couple of ground outs to Mitchell. Iowa defensively has done a nice job against Harding. Mitch Bowe in charge of the defensive shifts has got the Hawkeyes in the right spot against Harding today. First pitch is hit on the ground foul towards Davis Kopp at first base.
Yeah, the teams leading off an inning are 1 for 14 today.
Incredible. Iowa with 11 hits, Illinois with 3. The Hawks have not had a hit in a couple of innings now. Need to pick it up, get a few more down the home stretch of this game. 0-1 from Brecht, outside 1-1.
I started the at-bat with a good fastball in, tried to go fastball away there, and just lost control of it a little bit.
One is hit in the air to left. Mulfler moving back and towards the line. Will caught it for the second out. Plenty of time to catch up to that.
Had a good talk with him again today before the game. Was kind of hassling him like, hey, my self-deprecating left fielder made a heck of a catch yesterday on a ball. And
outstanding. Did he finally give himself some credit?
Not really. He just had decided, he said, you know, the way they were hitting the ball, I figured I had to kind of go full torque after everything and just try to make a play. And so I said, well, you did it. And that was a pretty important one to go get.
Quagliano comes up, swings at the first pitch, sends it on the ground to Tallow at third. It's a fair ball. Rader with the long throw to first, and a stretch from Davis Kopp to get the runner at first base. Brody Brecht with a 1-2-3 inning. He sets the Illini down in order in the 7th. We'll head to the 8th right after this. 6-3 Iowa. This is Hawkeye Baseball from Learfield.
Our mission at Oak Knoll is to provide exceptional retirement living and health services through life care. I'm Steve Rowe, CEO. We are a not-for-profit life plan community and have served the Iowa City area for 57 years. Oak Knoll is located near University of Iowa hospitals and clinics, Kinnick Stadium, Carver Hawkeye Arena, Hancher Auditorium, and downtown Iowa City. Visit our website at oakknoll.com to learn more. We're a proud sponsor of Hawkeye Athletics. Go Hawks!
Even the simplest act can set a chain of good in motion, like choosing Delta Dental of Iowa for your dental and vision insurance. Because we invest in your community. So whether you get your plan at work or purchase it through us, you make a difference for others. Visit sharinghealthysmiles.com and choose Delta Dental for your smile, for your health, and for your community.
Oak Knoll's mission is to provide exceptional retirement living and health services through Life Care, a not-for-profit life plan community serving the Iowa City community for 57 years. Oak Knoll is conveniently located near the University of Iowa hospitals and clinics, Kinnick Stadium, Carver Hawkeye Arena, and downtown Iowa City. A proud sponsor of Hawkeye Athletics. Visit oakknoll.com to learn more.
All right, 6-3 Iowa. We've reached the 8th inning in Champaign. Wilmas, Moss, and Nelson. Now, Ben and Cade are hitless for Iowa today. The only 2 Hawkeyes without a hit. I'd like to change that here and get some insurance as we play the final couple of innings.
Bunt down the third base line.
First pitch is high to Wilmas as a hawk flies over left field. That's got to be a good sign, doesn't it?
That would feel like an omen.
Circling the field, still flying around, a couple of them.
If he crashes, we're leaving.
Here's strike 1 to Wilmas. 1 ball and 1 strike. Iowa looking for their first leadoff hitter to reach base today. Wilmas lines it into center field, and he did it. Leadoff single for Benny the Jet.
92-mile-an-hour fastball goes right back up the middle, 94. It's a little, oh yeah, Cade's bunting for sure.
That'd be a good idea, wouldn't it?
Yes.
Nice piece of hitting by Wilmas. Iowa up by 3. We'll see what the Hawks elect to do. We're thinking bunt here. Cade checks his...
Coach Heller loses his Heller ball card if he doesn't try to bunt here.
Yeah. Sanchez, the pitcher for Illinois. Moss squares to bunt. Whoa, up and in. He has to bend out of the way of that. Coach punches in the digits, and Cade checks his monitor for the sign. 1-0 pitch. Moss bunts it in the air to first, and it's caught. Oh, brother. Can't execute the sack bunt there. Cade's had a rough day.
He's usually so good getting the ball down on the ground and handling the bat, bunting, whether it's bunting, hit and run, all kinds of things, but hasn't worked out for him today. But
Number 17, Andy Nelson.
Does a great job behind the plate. So you're taking going to take that today just because he does such a good job with Brody.
Yeah, just an off day. That's all that is. Andy Nelson is in the box now for Iowa. Top of the 8th inning, 6-3 Hawks. Nelson has a couple of base hits today, a single and a double. He's driven in a run. He's scored one as well. Pitch way outside from Sanchez. 2 balls and no strikes.
Sanchez isn't fast to the plate. And we saw the last time that Schroeder threw it, it wasn't great. So maybe you get a hit and run. You just try to create some action.
2-0 to Nelson. Grounded left side. Shortstop Heza backhands, gets the force out at second. And Nelson will reach first base.
Unfortunately, that's a 2-0 pitch that he expands his zone. Fastball inside part of the plate, right on the black. Just take that pitch and give it to him. But
2 outs for Raider Tello. Nelson at first. Well, even just 1 run would feel like such a boost for Iowa. Nelson at first base. The first pitch to Raider is a breaking ball that dropped in the front door for a strike. Won't go much lower than that.
You'd like to think not.
Raider crushed one to the left center gap his last time up. Nelson takes off and Raider fouls it straight back. Iowa had the hit and run on.
I think he had the straight steal on. He was gone. Got a great jump. They were never throwing him out, but Raider got a good pitch to hit. Fastball up in the zone. Unfortunately, he just missed it. Sends Andy back and puts Raider in an 0-2 hole.
Sanchez comes set, the 0-2. Raider watched it clip the turf low, 1-2. Outfield playing Raiders straight up now. Slice one into that right center gap. Hawks would be in business. 1 ball, 2 strikes with 2 outs. Try a pickoff move over to first. Wide of the bag, and it sent Westcott to the turf to grab it. Sanchez 1-2 pitch to Raider. We'll wait a moment. Another pickoff move to first.
Andy might have been leaning just a touch, so wouldn't be surprised to see him take off again, especially if you expect a breaking ball here.
1-2. That's low and out. 2-2.
Didn't miss by much, but Schroeder didn't do him any favors by dropping it.
That's right. Maybe Sanchez will make a mistake. Something over the heart of the plate for Raider to drive. 2 balls, 2 strikes with 2 outs. Here's the pitch to Tello. Nelson takes off. Raider fouled it off once more. And we'll do it again. Andy wants to run.
Well, that's the thing. You can trust Tello to hit a strike on a fastball. And so if he gets a fastball in the zone, Andy's got cover. And if he throws a slider and bounces it or does anything with it, Andy's going to steal the base easy.
2-2. Raider takes upstairs for ball 3.
Now he gets to run for sure.
No doubt about it now. Davis Kopp is on deck. Davis has had a nice day. I'd like to see Kopp get a chance in the 8th if Raider can find his way on. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Here's the pitch to Raider. Grounded foul left side. Great at bat from Tello. staying alive until he finds something to drive. Three-two. Rader hits it on the ground softly to third. Quagliano scoops it up, throws on the run. He is safe at first base. And Nelson gets to third as he was going on the pitch. Runners at the corners for the Hawks now with 2 outs in the 8th.
High throw made Westcott jump off the bag, and that allowed Tello just that little bit of window to sneak in and beat it.
Mound visit for Illinois. We'll see if they're making a change.
They do have an arm. Looks like he's ready to go.
Opportunity here for Iowa to get back in the scoring column.
Give Raider Tello a hit there.
Slow chopper to the left side, and Quagliano was as quick as he could be with it, charging hard from third and throwing it over to first, but Raider was hustling right out of the box. They'll trust Sanchez to get Kopp, and so the mound visit concludes with no change. Iowa scored in the first 4 innings, have been held scoreless in the last 3. 6-3 Hawks in the 8th.
And now we really don't know who's going to make pitching changes.
That's true. I wasn't even thinking about that. You're right. With the ejection of the head coach. Davis has had a nice day for the black and gold. 3 hits today. A 4th would bring home at least another run.
They go to the big shift again, so he's got room. He's got room if he pulls one.
Hawks on the corners. First pitch to Kopp is a strike, low outside corner. It's fine. Yeah, that shift of the center fielder into the power gap in right center. Right fielder Moorman playing a little bit closer to the line. 0-1 to Davis. Chopper up the middle. Hayes is there. He'll flip it to second base for the force out. That'll do it for Iowa. In the 8th, no runs. A couple of hits in the inning. We'll go to the bottom of the 8th right after this. Iowa holding a 6-3 lead. This is Hawkeye baseball from Learfield.
Nestled on the rolling greens of the iconic Finkbine Golf Course, Bumps Restaurant is open to the public year-round. Whether you're swinging by after a round of golf or just in the neighborhood, Bumps is your go-to spot for scrumptious sandwiches, shareable appetizers, and mouth-watering pizzas. Quench your thirst with our selection of local craft beers, or let our full bar serve you a refreshing cocktail to toast to your game, or just because it's 5 o'clock somewhere. Our happy hour from 2 to 6 p.m. is the perfect 19th hole. Be sure to follow us on Facebook and Instagram to catch our latest daily specials. And here's a little insider secret just for our radio listeners. Thursdays are not to be missed at Bumps Restaurant. It's BOGO Happy Hour. Buy one, get one free on select beverages from our happy hour menu. Whether you're a diehard golfer or just love a great meal with a view, Bumps Restaurant at Finkbine Golf Course is your destination. We're currently open Wednesday through Saturday. Swing on by today. Bumps at Finkbine Golf Course. Great food, great drinks, and the best views in town. See you at Bumps.
Today's game is brought to you in part by Brown Deer Golf Club in Coralville, featuring Bunkers Bar and Grill. Enjoy a great Bunkers menu with burger, chicken, salads, and wraps, and Gimme's Pizza and Wings, a new pop-up menu at Bunkers that's all about savory pizzas and mouth-watering wings. To-go orders are welcome, as are you and your family at Brown Deer Golf in Coralville.
Bottom of the 8th inning at Illinois Field. Iowa on top 6-3. The Hawkeyes will make a pitching change and bring in Jack Young, the right-handed senior from LeClaire.
2-0 on the season with 3 saves, a 2.73 ERA. It's 26 in the third, 20 hits, 12 runs, 8 earned, 8 walks, 39 strikeouts. Opponents hitting 200 against Jack. Has given up 9 extra base hits, so he's really going to have to make sure. We saw it yesterday, locate, keep the ball down. And we saw it in the early innings when Iowa was hitting well, and we've seen it now when they're not. You can still, even with the wind blowing out, you can get guys out if you keep the ball down. But if you leave it elevated over the plate, boy, it's going to have some carry to right.
Brody finishes his day, 7 innings, 3 runs, struck out 9, gave up just 3 hits through 102 pitches. Another solid performance for Brody, and now they'll turn things over to the bullpen. All right, it'll be Milton, Haza, and Janik in the bottom of the 8th for Illinois. 6-3 Hawks.
And fortunately for Brody, a walk and 2 hits were sandwiched together, and so turned into 3 runs.
Right-hander Jack Young on the mound. The first pitch is outside for a ball to Connor Milton, who is 0 for 1 today. He walked in the 3rd. He struck out in the 6th. Comes up in the 8th. 1 ball and no strikes. Young comes set. From the stretch, the pitch. It's in there for a strike, 1-1.
Good breaking ball there. Buckled his knees a bit.
One from Jack is lined into right. Wilmas moving over. Wilmas moving back, and it's gone. A solo home run to right. 6-4 in the 8th.
Boy, that's exactly what I said. That's 86 mile an hour, but it's elevated. It's belt high. 100 mile an hour off the bat, and it's just not very far out there. Ball only goes 346, but didn't need to go any further. So gonna have to keep that ball down, especially with the guys coming up now.
Top of the order. Cal Haza walking to the box. For Milton, his 8th home run of the season.
Yeah, that's your 9-hitter that has limited at-bats.
Yeah. First pitch from Jack is high and out, ball 1.
I mean, he came into the game with 77 at-bats, so basically has a home run in every 10 at-bats.
One-0 to Haza's in there for a strike. Low portion of the zone, 1-1. Keep it right down there, Jack. Can move it around horizontally, but keep it down there. 1 ball and 1 strike. Young comes set, has the sign. Here's the pitch. Outside, ball 2. Haza's 1 for 2 this afternoon with a single in the 3rd. 2-1 pitch from Jack. Inside corner, strike 2.
What a pitch there.
Started at his hip, didn't it?
Yeah, I thought that ball was going to hit him. Just from our vantage point, it looked like it was back behind him, and ball broke all the way across.
2 balls and 2 strikes with nobody out. Here's the pitch. That's fouled back.
That's what I think is going to be the hard part for Jack, is this top of the order really have good bat-to-ball skills. And so if that ball's up and they can see it, he's going to need to depend on his defense.
Hard batters to strike out. The 2-2 is a called 3rd strike on the outer edge. Big strikeout for Jack Young.
It doesn't hurt if the umpire expands the zone a little bit for you. Fastball dots up a little wide. 1 away here in the 8th.
Janik, the DH, makes his way to the box. 6-4, Iowa with the lead in the bottom of the 8th. Janik 0 for 3 today. Young's first pitch is high and out. One-0 delivery from Jack, popped up. That'll get out of play, foul. Right field line, 1-1. That went all the way across the plate with the slider.
Yeah, better location. He's got it down, top of the knees, a little over the knees. Then got to keep it away from belt high, especially out over the plate.
1-1, the slider snapped outside for ball 2. Not really getting the chase that Sam Hart was getting yesterday, for example. Sam throws it a little bit harder than Jack, but...
And he hasn't set it up yet, really. He hasn't been in the zone enough to get the chase.
2-1 is outside, ball 3. Jack went more over the top there with the fastball, something you don't typically see him do against right-handed hitters. 3 balls and a strike. Jack's pitch is way outside for ball 4. And the tying run will come to the plate in the 8th.
Yeah, and anytime, anywhere in this lineup you say tying run, it's a problem. But boy, in the next 4 hitters when you say tying run is oh man.
This will be Westcott.
Now the flip of that is Westcott coming into the game had struck out 51 times.
Time called. Coach McGrath is out of the dugout. He'll go talk with his pitcher and the entire infield. 6-4, Iowa with the two-run lead in the 8th. Tying run at the plate, though, for Illinois. They can sense some blood in the water here.
Trying to figure out why we're booing a mound visit. Careful. You don't want that same letter I was trying to avoid earlier.
Yeah, I mean, it's just a break in the action. Iowa has Anthony Watts getting loose in the bullpen. Tense times right now in the bottom of the 8th. 6-4, Iowa with the lead. And Westcott making his way to the box.
I know it started out great, but you never expected this to be easy, did you? They're a team that could hit too much. They were going to make a comeback here. He's got to execute now on the pitching side. Bats did their thing for 4 innings. They need the back end of the pitching staff to do their thing.
All right, we're ready for action. Young on the rubber, comes set. First pitch to Westcott. Outside, ball 1.
Kicker is you have to still be competitive here, because the last thing you want to do is send the tying run up, or the lead run up to the plate.
1-0 from Jack. Inside, ball 2. Now you have to be really careful. But you really need a strike at the same time. 2 balls, no strikes. Runner at first and 1 out. Here's the pitch from Jack. Swing and a miss. 2-1. Great pitch from Young.
Got him to chase the frisbee inside. And what great location from Jack, too. Right at the knees, maybe even a little down. Need to execute again, though.
Young's 2-1. Swing and a miss. A wave.
That might have been even better.
You bet.
That was a changeup from Jack, too.
Rare. Did not break in towards the plate. It was on the outer edge, and he got Westcott to swing and miss. 2 balls, 2 strikes now. With 1 out, Jack has the sign that he likes. He comes set. Here's the pitch from Jack. Line drive, base hit into right. It's a 1-out single for Westcott.
Just a good piece of hitting there. It's a pretty good pitch from Jack. Changeup that maybe he elevated a little more than he wanted to. But Westcott just kind of cued it out so strong. He hits it past the diving Mitchell.
Here comes Vitas Valencius. He has the 3-run home run for Illinois. 6-4, Iowa with the 2-run lead in the 8th. 2 on, though, for Illinois. 1 out. First pitch from Jack is a strike on the outside corner.
Tell me, though, these 2 hitters, you look at Westcott and now Valencius, I mean, they just look like grown man dudes.
That's right. No balls and a strike. Young comes set, checks the runner at second base. The pitch, way outside. Moss slides over to stop it. 1-1. Down even at 1. Jack comes set. Here's the pitch. Fouled off. 1-2. Good spot. Nice location from Young.
I don't know if you can get him to hit a ground ball, but Mormon on deck. That's the only way you're going to be comfortable is a ground ball right at Seegers to roll 2 here.
That's right. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Jack is ready. Here's the pitch. Popped up. Right side, infield fly is in effect as Davis Kopp makes the catch right at first base for the second out.
Got him to chase there. You're not out of the woods yet with the Big Ten home run leader strolling to the plate.
2 outs in the 8th. 1 run across for Illinois in this inning. Iowa leading 6-4. Here's Mormon. Runners at first and second for the Illini. Young on the rubber. Mormon in the box. First pitch from Jack. Outside with the slider, ball 1. Young takes a look for the sign. He's got it. Now he comes set with the 1-0. And he brings it home. Outside, ball 2. Two balls, no strikes. Here's the delivery from Jack. Hit in the air to right center field. Nelson and Wilmas come together. Wilmas is underneath it. Ben caught it on the warning track for the 3rd out. And the Hawkeyes get out of trouble in the 8th.
Boy, Mormon just missed it. Was able to try to take advantage of some wind. Wilmas had room. And the Hawks escaped the bottom of the 8th inning.
Take a deep breath. We'll go to the 9th. Iowa leading 6-4. We're back right after this. This is Hawkeye Baseball from Learfield.
Equity salutes today's hero of the game. As a proud sponsor of the ongoing recognition of our military during Hawkeye games this season, please join American Equity in thanking all who have served our country. American Equity is more than just retirement savings and income products. They are committed to providing you best-in-class service and high-quality retirement income that helps deliver the independence to dream and reach your goals. To learn more about American Equity, please visit their website at american-equity.com.
Are aches, pains, or injuries keeping you on the sidelines? At Athletico, our movement experts are here to help you turn your setbacks into comebacks and create a personalized game plan for your recovery. With no prescription or referral needed, Athletico Physical Therapy is where your comeback story begins. Get started today by scheduling a free assessment at athletico.com. Proud partner of the Iowa Hawkeyes.
Hawks lead 6-4 as we head to the top of the 9th inning, and they will face a new pitcher, but he's not entirely new. Corey Bunselmeyer will make a return appearance as he pitched last night through an inning, gave up a couple hits. Had a strikeout. Did a good job filling up the strike zone. Bunselmeyer's 3-0 on the season in 17 appearances, 4.29 ERA, 21 innings, 26 hits, 15 runs, only 10 earned, 12 walks, 15 strikeouts. Opponents hit him around at a .302 batting average. Again, just a reminder, fastball will be right around 90. He'll throw a slider, he'll throw a changeup, but really trying to work off speed. Even his fastball is more of a sinker than it is a hard, here I come at you fastball.
Back to Bunselmeyer, huh?
Senior day.
Sure.
No, sorry, speaking of senior day, we were talking about it, you know, they got the frame jersey, which is pretty traditional.
Yeah.
They got kind of a really cool
caricature kind of deal?
Kind of, but it looked even more, it looked like more of a painting than that. It looked like more of a real picture. And
true depiction.
Yeah, true depiction. It really looked kind of cool from a distance.
Well, some Iowa hitters have seen Bunselmeyer, and the Hawks could use some insurance. Up 6-4 in the 9th. Reese Moore will get the first look at him in today's game and takes high and out for a ball.
Yeah, we could start with a leadoff hitter. That would be outstanding.
1-0 to Reese. Swing and a miss. Good, healthy cut. Comes up empty. Moore is 2 for 4 today with a couple of RBIs. Monster 2-run homer. Back in the third.
Multi-home run game would be nice.
Sure. 1-1. That's in the dirt, ball 2. Infield shifting over to the right against Reese. Outfield playing straight up. 2 balls and a strike. The pitch to Moore. Sliced off foul over to the left. 2-2.
The thing you've seen from Hawkeye hitters here in the last 3 or 4 innings is they haven't been on time on the fastball. They did a great job early of being on time and driving those pitches, but just been late getting the pitch they want, but missing it.
2-2. Reese pops it up. Shallow left center. The shortstop, Haza, goes back. He makes the play for the first out.
Counting on Haza to make an error is not going to be a good plan.
No shot. That brings up Gable Mitchell. Gable has a hit today, a solo home run to right center.
Now batting number 2, Gable Mitchell.
Bunzelmeyer kicks and fires. Mitchell showed the bunt briefly and pulled it back. The pitch was out of the zone. One-0 to Mitchell. Hit him in the arm. And Gable is on in the 9th.
A 1-out rally starts again.
Man, oh man.
Iowa has not been able to start a no-out rally, but been pretty good with the 1-out rallies.
Potential for quite a bit of speed here with Mitchell at first base. Seegers, the batter.
I don't think you'll see a straight steal from Mitchell, but you could see hit and run action at some point in the at-bat.
Contact play. First pitch to Michael. Seegers watched it go by for a strike. Low inside corner. Good start for Bunzelmeyer. No balls and a strike. The pitch to Seegers is on its way home. Michael took it high. 1-1. Illinois will have Schroeder, Harding, and Quagliano coming to the plate in the bottom of the 9th. Iowa leading by 2 right now, 6-4. 1-1 pitch to Seegers. Here it comes. Gable takes off. Here's a ground ball through the right side. Mitchell's around second. He's flying towards third. He'll get there. And there's the contact play we were just talking about, John. Runners at the corners for the Hawks in the 9th.
Perfect execution. Westcott's holding on Mitchell at first anyway, and then Harding goes to cover second, and there's just nobody on that side of the infield. And hit it hard enough, but just an easy roller through the infield. Mitchell easily gets to third. And now, I don't know, not impossible that you'd play another game here, but Will handles the bat pretty well also.
Look at Moeffler's stats today. He's 1 for 4. He's hit into 3 groundouts, though.
He hit a ball 100 miles an hour off the pitcher, though.
Moeffler shows the bunt and took it for a strike.
So one of those groundouts is a little somewhat suspect.
Be hard to turn 2 on that, on that same one. No balls and a strike on Moeffler. Here's the pitch. Will squares to bunt, bunts it right in front of the plate, and the pitcher misplayed it. He never grabbed the ball, and everybody's safe. Mitchell stayed put at third.
Well, Mitchell went back because it wasn't a great bunt. It was right to the pitcher, but Bunzelmeyer looks over at Mitchell, forgets to field the ball.
I think Mitchell made the right play. It was right back to the pitcher.
100% he made the right play. He had to stop there. I mean, you can't anticipate Bunzelmeyer completely whiffing on the pickup.
He came off the mound and was charging forward, and the ball went right under his glove. He was looking at the He was looking at the runner at third before he fielded it. That'll go down as an E1. And the bases are loaded for the Hawks in the ninth with one out. Ben Wilmas will be the batter, and Coach Sutherland is pulling everybody together to discuss strategy.
I think we're going to probably get a pinch runner for Will, too, would be my guess. Although I haven't seen anybody pop. Yeah, Will's there, and Ben is grabbing his stuff. So Ben Swales will pinch run. Actually,
Strohmeyer.
Yeah, Strohmeyer pops out to pinch run.
I think Strohmeyer will just direct enter for Moeffler and play left then.
Yeah, that would be my guess. Because I was short guys this week too, so just in case something weird happens, you do it in one shot, just so that way Swales could still be available later in the game if you'd need something.
All right, bases loaded for Iowa in the top of the ninth. One out for Ben Wilmas. First pitch to Ben, outside, ball one. Huge opportunity for Iowa.
Yeah, I mean this is a door slamming opportunity here.
1 ball, no strikes. The pitch to Wilmas. Hit high, hit deep, left center field, get going, baby, it is gone! Benny Wilmas with a bomb to left center. He unloads the bases, a grand slam, boom!
400 feet, 104 off the bat. Door slammed.
Right on cue, John Evans. How about that for Benny the Jet?
And that will send a good chunk of the Illini crowd home.
10-4 Hawks in the ninth. Wind didn't matter on that one. Wilmas got all of it to left center, and that got out of here in a hurry. 400 feet. Middle fastball. And Wilmas blasts it into the lot of parked cars behind the left field wall. 10-4, the Hawks with the lead. Illinois is making a pitching change. We'll take the break with them. A pitching change break on the Hawkeye Radio Network from Learfield.
Nestled on the rolling greens of the iconic Finkbine Golf Course, Bumps Restaurant is open to the public year-round. Whether you're swinging by after a round of golf or just in the neighborhood, Bumps is your go-to spot for scrumptious sandwiches, shareable appetizers, and mouth-watering pizzas. Quench your thirst with our selection of local craft beers, or let our full bar serve you a refreshing cocktail to toast to your game, or just because it's 5 o'clock somewhere. Our happy hour from 2 to 6 p.m. is the perfect 19th hole. Be sure to follow us on Facebook and Instagram to catch our latest daily specials. And here's a little insider secret just for our radio listeners. Thursdays are not to be missed at Bumps Restaurant. It's BOGO Happy Hour. Buy one, get one free on select beverages from our happy hour menu. Whether you're a diehard golfer or just love a great meal with a view, Bumps Restaurant at Finkbine Golf Course is your destination. We're currently open Wednesday through Saturday. Swing on by today. Bumps at Finkbine Golf Course. Great food, great drinks, and the best views in town. See you at Bumps.
10-4, Iowa out in front of Illinois after a grand slam from Ben Wilmas. That's forced an Illinois pitching change. Evan Clark comes into the game, making his 9th appearance of the season with a 1.35 ERA, 6 2/3 innings, so not a ton of action for Clark. 11 strikeouts and 7 walks for the new Illinois pitcher. He's a left-handed junior from Weston Springs, Illinois, and he'll come in the top of the ninth with 1 out.
You've kind of coined Benny the Jet Wilmas.
Yes.
You should coin Benny Bomb.
Benny Bomb.
That was Benny Bomb.
We'll give Sam Bosler, the sports information director, that credit first. He had the Benny Bomb yesterday with the home run. Yeah.
Maybe that's where I got it from. Maybe. Subliminally hit on me.
The three of us kind of morphing there into the Benny Bomb category. Cade Moss will pick things up in the ninth.
If Cade hits a bomb, then
Clark, the left-hander, is ready. Kicks and fires. Cade watched it go by outside for a ball. Interesting to see what Iowa does in the bottom. They stick with Jack. They go with anybody else. You don't see anybody throwing in the bullpen. Zach Volker is stretching. Moss takes a strike, 1-1. Limited action for Clark this season, this being his 9th appearance.
Yeah, fastball sneak up there right around 90. Actually, I'll throw a changeup, so just a 2-pitch guy that way, but lots and lots of fastballs for the Iowa hitters.
Strike 2 to Moss. Low in the zone.
And if you're a 2-pitch guy, that's probably why you're not going to see a ton of action.
Mm-hmm. If Cade can get on base, the 1-2. Moss popped it up right side. That'll go out of play a few rows back. $14 hits for Iowa today, 15 rather. Well, it's scored as 14 for right now. The scoreboard says 15. We'll go with 14 of 39 today for the Hawks, batting .359 as a team against the Illini today. Only 6 strikeouts for Iowa, 7 extra base hits for the Black and Gold today. Message was received from Coach Heller, I would say, and Coach Sutherland. 2-2 to Moss. Cade skies it in the air, shallow center. Milton is sprinting forward, still running, and he caught it for the second out.
I think the Cop double has been reversed.
Okay.
Because I don't see it on StatCast anymore, so I think that's the change, is they took the double and they haven't taken it off the scoreboard yet. But
got it.
Which...
There you go, John.
I apologize, Davis, but that's the way it should have been from the beginning.
The batting number 17.
All right, 2 outs for Andy Nelson.
Which I'm glad he didn't end up figuring out how to get that triple.
Yeah, wouldn't that have been something? And you don't have the cycle, Davis.
You had it until you don't.
Strike 1 to Andy. Nelson's 2 for 5 today. 6th at bat of the game. Comes in the 9th. Here's the pitch. Ball low and in.
Good movement on that fastball. Broke right back in.
Clark, the left-hander, is ready. Here's the pitch. He tried to guide that. Missed. Upstairs, 2-1.
You asked the question about coming back with Jack or not in the 9th. I mean, the good news now is you pretty much have your bullpen set for tomorrow. I mean, almost everybody can go minus.
Ooh, low and in, 3 balls and 1 strike.
Minus Brody, of course. Minus Obi. Saf's probably not going to make another appearance because you won't necessarily need him tomorrow.
Right.
You know, he came back Friday, Sunday last weekend, but you're not in the same spot.
And he takes strike 2, low and in.
Because now, I mean, you're set up pretty well with presumably Marcus tomorrow to start. You've got Anthony Watts fully loaded, ready to go behind that.
Still have Ben DeTay out there.
So yeah, you've got
for the later innings.
So yeah, you've got plenty of innings to eat tomorrow.
Olsen fouls it off over to the right.
That's a good protection there, as that ball's right on the inside part of the plate. Recognized that it might get called a strike and fought it off. But, so yeah, I think you could probably just stick with Jack and not worry about it. And if you needed him for an out or 2 tomorrow.
3-2. Andy lines it foul into the Iowa bullpen down the right field line. You wonder if you could bring somebody like Sam Hart back, who did a nice job last night.
I think you could bring him back tomorrow.
Right.
Yeah, and so, again, he and Jack are similar profile pitchers, so if you can bring him back tomorrow, then maybe you don't have to worry about Jack as much.
Another 3-2 pitch to Nelson. Here it comes. Ground ball left side through into left field for a 2-out single. Andy keeps it going for the Hawks in the 9th.
Stunning development. Andy hits another ball, 103.
He's been on it today.
He's hit a lot of barrels today. After a really tough day yesterday, he has squared up a ton of balls today. And that was a good pitch down below the zone. But Andy saw it the whole way and again, when your only pitch is a fastball,
Now batting number 28.
most Big Ten hitters are going to be able to kind of sit on it a little bit, and that doesn't mean everybody's going to get a hit on you, but you're not going to strike out a ton of guys.
Here's Tello with 2 outs. Rader takes a fastball for a strike on the outer edge. 10-4 Iowa in the top of the 9th inning. We'll wrap up the series with Illinois tomorrow. First pitch at 3 o'clock. Our pregame coverage will begin at 2:30 on the Hawkeye Radio Network. No balls and 1 strike. The pitch to Rader. Sliced foul over to the right side.
Yeah, that Indiana-Nebraska game didn't start.
What's going on?
It just went to, it says top of first, but it's obviously been there now for, what, hour and a half?
No balls and 2 strikes on Rader. Here's the pitch. Tello watched it go by. That floated high and out.
2 IDs ago.
Yeah, there we go.
Do the eyes
not a weather issue in Lincoln, so I'm not sure.
Just how the game got rescheduled.
Yeah. 1 and 2 on Rader. They've got Andy in a pickle between first and second. The throw to second base. Andy is out. That'll end the top of the 9th, but good news for the Hawks. A grand slam off the bat of Ben Wilmas gives Iowa some much-needed insurance. 10-4 Hawks. We'll bring you the bottom of the 9th right after this. This is Iowa Baseball from Learfield.
If you or someone you know is having thoughts of suicide, experiencing a mental health or substance use crisis, or just need someone to listen, 988 provides a direct connection to free, confidential, and compassionate support. When you call, text, or chat 988, you'll be quickly connected to trained crisis counselors who will listen to your concerns, provide support, and connect you to additional resources if needed. There is hope. You are not alone. For 24/7 support, call or text 988 or chat 988lifeline.org.
At MidAmerican Energy, our 1.6 million customers depend on our energy 24/7. That's why we work 24/7 to deliver the safe, reliable energy you need. To keep our 99.9% reliability record, we're enhancing our technology, improving resiliency, and investing in critical infrastructure. We're generating power from all available resources to cover any increases in demand. And we're innovating to ensure you always have the energy you need. MidAmerican Energy, obsessively, relentlessly at your service.
Iowa leading Illinois 10-4. We get to the bottom of the 9th. Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification. This is Iowa Hawkeye Baseball. It is Jack Young who goes to the mound in the bottom of the 9th for Iowa. He'll face Jacob Schroeder first. The Hawkeyes make a couple of defensive substitutions with Blake Guerin in the game at first base now. Kellen Strohmeyer enters in left for the Hawks. Strike 1 from Jack Young to Schroeder. Here's the 0-1. Just outside, 1-1.
Yeah, the other reason you might leave Jack in is sitting at 26 pitches. He's probably questionable for tomorrow anyway, so you go ahead and let him keep rolling today. And
good point. 1-1 is a fastball outside, ball 2.
All right, get back in the zone here, attack some guys.
Young's 2-1 is snapped outside for ball 3. 6, 7, and 8 for Illinois in this inning. Schroeder is 0 for 3 today. 3 strikeouts. Good hitter, though, batting .312 on the season. 3-1 from Jack, swing and a miss, 3-2. Full count from Young, popped up. That'll go out of play over to the right.
Jack tried to throw a high fastball there, couldn't quite get it past him.
Hasn't really seen Jack hasn't really seen any Illinois batters go after that slider. We'll see if he can get Schroeder here. Ooh, called third strike on the fastball on the outer edge. It's a golden sombrero for Schroeder. 0 for 4 strikeouts. Jack comes all the way back to get him.
You had a bad day. Boy, that's a tough pitch too. Boy, maybe a little off the plate, but you've been catching all day. Those have been called, so don't really want to go down that way when your team's down 6 in the 9th.
That brings up Brody Harding with 1 away and nobody on for Illinois in the 9th. First pitch strike from Jack. That's what you like to see.
Because this is the part of the lineup Brody Brecht had a lot of success with, so go ahead and try to keep mowing through it.
0-1 dropped low, count even now. High pop-up on the 1-1. This is into center. Seegers is going back, and it's Gable Mitchell who comes over in shallow right center to make the catch for the second out. Last chance for Illinois now is Colton Quagliano.
And that play right there is that's good execution. We saw that early in the game with Illinois dropping the pop-up on the infield. Gable Mitchell calls off Michael Seegers because that's a hard play for him, ball blowing away from him. Mitchell sticks with it, makes an easy catch, and the Hawks are an out away from booking a ticket to Omaha.
Officially, first pitch from Jack is just low and out. Good spot from Young. Called a ball. Quagliano's 0 for 3 today with a couple of strikeouts. 1-0 pitch from Jack. Grounded left side. Seegers with a backhand stop. Long throw to first base. Got him! And that's a Hawkeye winner. 10-4. Iowa knocks off Illinois today.
Boy, what an outstanding answer. You get a great start from Brody Brecht. But the bats really show up early in the game and get everything going.
These Hawks can score.
They can score some runs.
10-4, Iowa with the win over Illinois and force a rubber match with the Fighting Illini tomorrow. 3 o'clock first pitch against Illinois. Game will be televised on the Big Ten Network. We'll have pregame coverage beginning at 2:30. Big win for the Hawks here today, 10-4 over Illinois. We're back right after this. This is Hawkeye Baseball from Learfield.
Nestled on the rolling greens of the iconic Finkbine Golf Course, Bumps Restaurant is open to the public year-round. Whether you're swinging by after a round of golf or just in the neighborhood, Bumps is your go-to spot for scrumptious sandwiches, shareable appetizers, and mouth-watering pizzas. Quench your thirst with our selection of local craft beers, or let our full bar serve you a refreshing cocktail to toast to your game, or just because it's 5 o'clock somewhere. Our happy hour from 2 to 6 p.m. is the perfect 19th hole. Be sure to follow us on Facebook and Instagram to catch our latest daily specials. And here's a little insider secret just for our radio listeners. Thursdays are not to be missed at Bumps Restaurant. It's BOGO Happy Hour. Buy one, get one free on select beverages from our happy hour menu. Whether you're a diehard golfer or just love a great meal with a view, Bumps Restaurant at Finkbine Golf Course is your destination. We're currently open Wednesday through Saturday. Swing on by today. Bumps at Finkbine Golf Course. Great food, great drinks, and the best views in town. See you at Bumps.
The Hawkeyes with an impressive win over Illinois today, 10-4. A solid, strong win for the Hawkeyes that puts them into Omaha officially, right, John Evans?
Officially ticket punched. Hello, downtown Hilton.
Yes, there we go. Let's make those dinner reservation plans. John, let's go get a good meal over in Omaha. We can look forward to that. But first things first, let's try to win this series tomorrow against Illinois. How about that?
Yeah, funny enough, Iowa still can get the 1 seed. This isn't done yet, and so whether it's a regular season co-champion or just seeding, there's still a lot to play for tomorrow for the Hawks.
All right, let's break this one down a little bit, John. 10-4, the Hawks with the win. Let's go with your highlights first.
Well, you got Brody Brecht being Brody Brecht. That was a great start, but Iowa really set the tone right in the first inning, just with you get going, you get a foul out, a ground out, and you're like, oh man, this is going way too quick, and it's going to look ugly again. And then Kopp hits a homer, and then Moore gets a single, and so you kind of extended that inning, and you kind of said, hey, we're still here. And you come out in the second inning, and you do a similar thing. You fly out, you put a couple guys on, you get a strikeout, and you're like, oh no, we're not going to get it done. And then Andy Nelson gets a single up the middle and scores a run. So some big timely hitting at the beginning. And that was kind of the key there, that I was able to put it together there. And then, Brody slammed the door long enough that Iowa could extend the lead, and got a little hairier at the end, but overall, just a great performance. Good defensive plays too. So again, kind of all three phases came together.
All right, we'll step aside. When we come back, we'll talk with Associate Head Coach Marty Sutherland right after this. This is Hawkeye Baseball from Learfield.
Hi, I'm Gary Dolphin, and if you want your home to be exceptionally comfortable during these cold Iowa winters and hot, humid summers, you need to turn to Dave Lennox and your local Lennox home comfort specialist. Lennox has been serving Iowa consumers since 1895, when Dave Lennox built his first furnace in Marshalltown, and Lennox is still building its high-efficiency furnaces and air conditioners there today. For the best home comfort system you can buy, it's Lennox and your local Lennox dealer. Lennox and the Hawkeyes. Now there's a winning combination.
If you guessed that was the sound of a bag of Pioneer brand A-Series soybeans, you guessed right. Well, kinda. It was really the sound of an innovative team that spent decades perfecting a seed with exclusive genetics and the ultimate agronomic advantage. The sort of breeders who don't rest until they've achieved outstanding performance. Pioneer brand A-Series soybeans. #1 for a reason. Visit pioneer.com/genetics.
The Hawkeyes even the series today with Illinois, a 10-4 winner over the Fighting Illini. We're joined by Associate Head Coach Marty Sutherland. Coach, congratulations on that great win.
Yeah, really good bounce back out of the guys, and it kind of started with the first inning, both offensively and Brody just continuing to do what he's been doing here the last, 3 or 4 starts, and getting off to a better start was obviously imperative, in contrast to what happened yesterday. So good job by our guys getting on them early. A couple big 2-out hits out of Davis, and trying to think who had the first one. Was a 2-out knock, 2-out RBI. But we had a lot of traffic early. We were able to cash in. Obviously, Reese with a big home run, Gable that makes it back-to-back. And then Brody just kept cruising along, right? Gets into the 7th inning for us. And then just makes one mistake with 2 outs, and credit to their guy of cashing it in, and then obviously the runs late were really important after they had kind of scratched it back with the home run and made it a 2-run game.
You had mentioned yesterday that you'd like to see the team put together 9 innings of competitive at bats. So were you pleased with that today?
Yeah, I got on them. After about the 7th inning, I thought 6th and 7th were kind of we grounded out like 6 out of 7 times, or 7 out of 8 times after really being locked in for the first 5, and that was the challenge. Like, we got to change this. This can't happen again. And fortunate for us, we got some things going there in the 9th. They made a mistake on the first and third play, and then Ben cashed it in with a big knock. And that's the types of things we need. But again, Brody just does a tremendous job putting zeros up. After we score some early, and then Jack comes in, and Jack wasn't as sharp as he has been, but he fought through it, and did a nice job of closing it out. And we talked a little bit. I thought watching BP today, just some guys that are struggling were pressing, and finally I just said, until you just go up and look for the baseball and get it on your barrel, all these other internal thoughts that we're having they're not going to work. And that's what we challenged them to prior to the game. The hitters, I said, hey, if you're in one of those spots where things aren't going well, just ask yourself if the mindset that you've been in the last 3 weeks is working. Until you just let it go and just enjoy the game of baseball. You got 5, 6, 7 regular season games left, and then you got to go on a run in the tournament. What do you have to lose? That was the point, is why are we stressing at this point? Just go play and enjoy it. And I thought, some guys who were struggling, Davis, Ben, Michael, some guys who you didn't have great first days, cash it in and had good days today. So that was great to see. A lot of balance offensively, a lot of production down the lineup. Everybody did something that was positive. Which is what we need to do. We need to be a collective group and a long lineup, and we showed that today.
Well, I'm really glad that message hit home then with the guys, because they did seem confident. There's no reason not to be confident after a performance like that today.
Yeah, and it just there's whatever. It's easy for me to say, and everybody, we got great kids. They want to do well, and baseball's hard, man. You can do things exactly the way you need to, and they have fielders in the right place or whatever. The wind takes something, just some things like that are out of control, and you start dwelling on those types of things, which makes it even more difficult. So just really like the mindset, and obviously 7 or 8 extra base hits today, and had some help with the wind, but it's about damn time that's been a good thing for us as opposed to the other way around. So just really happy with their effort, and now you set yourself up for Sunday to have a chance to win the series on the road and catapult you into those last 2 weekends. And we obviously need a really good start out of Marcus, and if he does that, we'll give ourselves a chance to win, and that's what we're looking forward to.
Excited for you, Coach. Thanks for your time today.
Thanks, John.
Associate Head Coach Marty Sutherland on our post-game show from Illinois Field, where Iowa wins it 10-4. Let's hear the highlights from this great Hawkeye win. Big gap in left center field for Kopp. The 0-2 is hit high in the air to right center field. This will carry well. The center fielder Milton going back. He's at the wall, and the right fielder leaps up. It's over the wall. It's a home run for Davis, the deputy Kopp. Iowa on the board, 1-0. A ball and 2 strikes. Brecht from the windup. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. Pitch in the dirt. Moss has to send it down to first base. Records the out. And there's the record for Brody Brecht.
Congratulations, Brody Brecht. Single season strikeout leader for the Hawkeyes.
Here comes the 1-2. Swing and a miss. Brecht strikes out the side in the second. 4 strikeouts in a row.
Just flat dirty.
Runner at second and 1 out for Iowa in the third. No balls and a strike on Reese Moore. The pitch from Schwartz. This is hit high and deep to right. Get going, baby. It is gone. Reese Moore with an atom bomb to right. 4-0 Hawks. Hawks will reset things with Gable Mitchell with a deep drive. Right center field. A no-doubter for Gable Mitchell. How about that? Boom! Short lead at first base for Westcott. The pitch is hit on the ground to short. Michael snags it off the turf, steps on second base, throws it over to first for the double play. You bet.
Well, that's as good as it gets right there.
2 balls, no strikes. Here's the delivery from Jack. Hit in the air to right center field. Nelson and Wilmas come together. Wilmas is underneath it. Ben caught it on the warning track for the 3rd out. And the Hawkeyes get out of trouble in the 8th. 1 ball, no strikes. The pitch to Wilmas. Hit high, hit deep, left center field. Get going, baby. It is gone. Benny Wilmas with a bomb to left center. He unloads the bases. A grand slam. Boom. 1-0 pitch from Jack. Grounded left side. Seegers with a backhand stop. Long throw to first base. Got him! And that's a Hawkeye winner. 10-4. Iowa knocks off Illinois today. And the Hawkeyes force a rubber match with the Fighting Illini tomorrow. 3 o'clock first pitch in Champaign. We'll have the coverage for you beginning at 2:30 on the Hawkeye Radio Network. A great win for Iowa today, 10-4 over Illinois. That'll do it for our coverage of Iowa Hawkeye baseball this afternoon. For my great board op down the line, Michael Tackett. Excellent job as always, Michael. My color analyst, John Evans. I'm John Leo saying so long from Champaign, where Iowa beats Illinois 10-4. Every day's a great day to be a Hawkeye. Some are just a little bit better than others. We'll talk to you tomorrow. So long, everybody.
Hawkeye Baseball has been brought to you by Hy-Vee. Score big savings with the new Hy-Vee Perks membership. University of Iowa Healthcare. Changing medicine, changing lives. Oak Knoll Retirement Community. Homewood Suites and Home 2. Hawk fans, experience your home away from home at Coralville's finest all-suite hotels. Iowa Corn. You might think Iowa just grows corn, but the truth is, corn grows Iowa. Brought to you by Iowa's corn farmers of the Iowa Corn Growers Association and the Iowa Corn Promotion Board. Also brought to you by Mediacom, home of extreme and 1 gig internet speeds. Wimmer's Meats, the official hot dog of the Hawkeyes.
travel leaders. Destinations Unlimited, the official travel partner of the Hawkeyes. And by Bud & Mary's. There's no THC cap on Iowa medical cannabis, and getting a card is fast and easy online. Get your medical card today. Visit budmary.com. The preceding has been a Learfield presentation on the Hawkeye Sports Network.
One.
Get in touch.
On the Hawkeye